as we begin the night here, begin this week 11 in college football. USC, UCLA, Utah, all with one loss. The big games for SC are on the horizon with UCLA and Notre Dame, the two rivalry games to finish the year. But there are still a lot of tiebreak scenarios that could come into play in the Pac-12. A lot to be determined in the next 3 weeks for sure. Lincoln Riley, fastest USC coach to win 8 games since the legendary John Robinson in 1976 at the beginning of his 12-year tenure with the Trojans. And Mike Sanford, this is a homecoming for him. Southern California guy, but the first time he's been in this facility, Pete, in almost a decade.
Yeah, Mike Sanford grew up in the locker room with his father, Mike Sanford Sr., wide receiver coach here for a long time. And a lot of roots here in Los Angeles, coming back with his team, trying to pull a massive upset.
Colorado won the toss. They will receive. And we are underway at the Coliseum. A touchback will start things off. And JT Shrout will jog out there for Colorado. First time that JT has played college ball back in his home state. His mom graduated from UCLA, so he's never been fond of playing SC. I'm sure that's got some added juice. Banged up team, we talked about that during the season for Colorado. They've had a lot more downs than ups, but they can move the ball, and that could be concerning for the Trojans.
Yeah, things have gotten tough with them in the red zone, and everybody, especially in the last few weeks, has moved the ball on Coach Grinch's defense. So Colorado could gain some confidence there.
Alex Fontenot lines up in the backfield as they send Eric Olson in motion. First snap for Colorado. There's a flag right off the hop. It's a tackle for loss. CV Nomura making the play. Will be a loss of 4 depending on this penalty marker. And our first word from referee Mike McKay comes early in this one.
Illegal formation, offense, 5 players in the backfield. That penalty will be declined. 2nd down.
Probably the only area that Colorado might put in green if you had a traffic light for the good, bad, and not so good would be penalties. 2nd fewest in the Pac-12, and here are Shroud's numbers on the season. 4th in the Pac-12 in yards per completion.
Yeah, they just got to find a way to stay in front of the sticks and stay on the field, and that is not a great start for the Buffs.
2nd down and 14 after the accepted penalty. After the decline penalty, I beg your pardon. This catch is caught across the middle. Mekhi Blackman making the tackle on R.J. Sneed as we take a look at the Trojans' defense. This is the big area of concern. Gave up a lot of points late to Cal last week. Did not close that game very well. 21 points allowed in the 3rd quarter alone. And
their best player, Eric Gentry, not suited up for this one, and they need him back desperately. He was everything for them.
Should say the 4th quarter of that game. Handoff here on 1st down, and they'll get a couple of yards here with Fontenot, the senior, injured early this season against Air Force, returned to the rotation last week against Oregon. Colorado losing 49-10, but they put up a season-high 367 yards of offense.
And that's the guy they want in the backfield. He is who they want carrying the ball with a bulk of carries. Can they keep him upright and on the field? Not a bad start for the Buffs with a 1st down throw.
Handoff here, Fontenot, right side, looking for the edge, and he's pushed out at about the 40-yard line. Give him a yard or 2. Nick Figueroa tracking him down, the big boy at 6'6".
Good looking block from Brady Russell, the captain and the tight end, coming around and kind of squeezing off that edge and allowing the yardage to be gained to create this 3rd and relatively manageable for the Buffs.
3rd down and 6. Colorado finished 8 for 15 on 3rd down last week against Oregon. Shroud drops back to pass, throws near side, it's caught. R.J. Sneed is going to be short of the sticks at the 44-yard line. Max Williams got there. It's 4th down and about 2.
Yeah, Sneed kind of just broke off his route a little bit early, right? He needed to take one more step and push. Max Williams 1 more yard down the field and then come out of that route and get his head around. That is a mistake by him that leads to this punt by the Buffaloes. As you see Coach Sanford looking on, that should have been a first down Colorado if the route was run correctly.
Colorado, despite getting a first down, this is not going to be a good punt. Will take a Colorado bounce and skip past Michael Jackson III. Will wind up with a decent net after all that. Kind of shanked off the side of the foot. Winds up being a 43-yard punt for Trent Carrazzosa. And here comes the SC offense and Caleb Williams. Another massive week for him last week against Cal with 4 passing touchdowns. Rushed for another 38 yards. It's averaging 41 points per game. We'll see how many touches Addison and Williams get here tonight, Pete. That's the big question coming in.
You know, it really depends on the way the game goes. They've had some good production from guys like Michael Jackson and Taj Washington in lieu of Addison and Williams, but they want to get these guys in game shape again, headed toward the big UCLA game. So it'll be interesting to see. Right now we're looking at Rice
Space
in the game,
the stadium.
and Addison is out there toward the top of your
Pete,
screen.
it happened again. There's a drone above the field.
Oh, no way.
I swear it's not us. For the second time. It just stopped the game again. We had this happen. We were doing Washington-Stanford earlier this year, and this happened. I cannot believe it. We're going to take
everywhere.
a break. We'll be right back.
This book has helped me reach so many young homeowners who have become their parents.
Hey, what's the lowest you'll go on one of these mugs?
Well, remember, no haggling in stores.
Ah, yeah,
Right.
chapter 6, yep.
They may have read the book, but they still have a long way to go.
I was hoping to get your John Hancock on there.
Let's just call it a signature.
I noticed there weren't any refreshments, so I'm just gonna leave a couple of snackies.
Folks, the line's a shambles. Let's tuck it in.
Sir?
Come on. Come on.
Okay.
Oh, right?
Progressive can't protect you from becoming your parents, but we can protect your home and auto when you bundle with us.
Okay, we don't need a line monitor.
When you get a chip in your windshield, trust Safelite.
This couple counts on their SUV as they travel for their small business. So when they got a chip in their windshield, they brought it to Safelite for a same-day in-shop repair. We repaired the chip right away, and with their insurance, it was no cost to them. Plus, to protect their glass, we installed new wipers too. That's service the way you need it.
Safelite Repair, Safelite Replace.
Welcome to Hampton, Mr. Johnson. Ready for the big game?
Huge.
Huge.
Big.
Big game.
Big game.
That is pretty big.
Big game. Big game.
Best dress for the best dress. Me. Watch out. Down the sideline. Waffles.
I love waffles.
Tea with honey, Mr. Johnson.
When you need to get ready for the big game, it matters where you stay. Hampton by Hilton. Hilton for the stay.
Hey, Lexus, turn it up.
There's no place like unknown. The all-new Lexus RX. Never lose your edge.
A breakfast croissant plus seasoned potatoes for $3, and they're redshirting you?
It's just a standard work shirt.
Hey, way to stay humble, man.
Thank you, Reggie.
Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's $3 breakfast deal.
When our daughter and her kids moved in with us, our bargain detergent couldn't keep up.
Turns out it's mostly water.
So we switched back to Tide. One wash, stains are gone.
Don't pay for water. Pay for clean. It's gotta be Tide.
USC taking on Colorado, hoping to get to 9 wins on the season. It would be their first 9-win season since 2017. Caleb Williams, that the numbers are eye-popping no matter where you look, but this ratio, pass touchdowns to interceptions, is incredible.
Been really smart with the ball. After the delay, they're going to get started.
Take the handoff to Travis Dye. Swing it to the outside. Jordan Addison doesn't get very much. Bottled up there by Kalen Moore. the sophomore for Colorado. Well, there answers an early question about Jordan Addison.
Yeah, they're playing fast. They like to get him the ball, get a feel for the game, and he's very aggressive when he catches the ball running downfield. Williams
this way, off the hands of the intended target, intended for Brendan Rice. And it'll be a 3rd down and 8.
This one goes right through the hands of Rice. A little high for him, but a receiver is expected to catch that ball. Short passing game with 2 fakes to Travis Dye to start this game, and a 3rd and long for the Trojans.
Williams drops back to pass, feels the heat, lobs it over top of Travis Dye, right side, well off the mark. And it's 4th down. It'll be a 3 and out for the Trojans.
Yeah, you're going to see Robert Barnes coming in clean on a blitz, number 20. Nobody hit him. Marvin Ham as well, breaking through a block, and some early pressure on Williams might have forced that errant ball, but a nice stand for Colorado on the 3 and out with the drone delay. Used to be the only drone you had to worry about in the Pac-12 was Ruben Drones, the running back for Oregon.
Gosh. Here's Chase Penry at the 39, takes a hard shot at the end of the return, and the flag comes in. Aiden Sleep-Dalton with the punt. And we'll get the call here. What's been a busy night already for Mike McCabe, shooing away a flying object and calling a couple penalties.
During the return, holding receiving team number 6. 10-yard penalty, 1st down.
And that stings after a return that doesn't net very much either. So another penalty on the Buffs early on in this one in Southern California.
Guys, there's something on the ship. There's something with us here.
What do we do?
Get to the escape pods. Go now!
Okay, I'm an alien, and I got these claws. I'm climbing the wall now.
If you're making a sci-fi movie, you need to finish the special effects.
Does that look good?
And if you want to save by bundling home and car insurance, you need Geico.
Guys? Uh-oh.
See how much you could save by bundling with Geico.
Is that gonna be a problem?
But all you got was ham? And all you got was turkey.
With gravy.
That's an all-you-can-eat holiday buffet. A smorgasbord of all you want, all you need. Did I sit at the wrong table?
Right here, right now.
The chef's chicken sandwiches at Panera, freshly prepared with clean ingredients, spark an explosion of the senses. So when you finally taste it, it just confirms this is fantastic, and only at Panera. $1 delivery fee on our app.
With Choice Hotels, there's always a reason to book it. Whatever your reason, save 20% when you stay 2 or more nights at participating locations. Book direct at choicehotels.com. Terms and conditions apply.
The right hug makes all the difference. Michelin wiper blades with advanced technology hug your windshield like our tires hug the road. For better visibility, see clearly, drive safely.
Start Saturday strong as C.J. Stroud and number 2 Ohio State battle Indiana. Big noon Saturday on Fox.
Well, if anybody knows something about being a heavy underdog in this building and pulling off a shocker, it's Mike Sanford. 2007, he was an assistant for the Cardinal, went into the Coliseum as a 41-point underdog. They stunned then number 2 USC 24-23. Tavita Pritchard throwing the game-winning touchdown pass with 49 seconds left.
Yeah, Pritchard hit Richard Sherman, a wide receiver, on a 4th and 20 to keep that drive going. An amazing game that Coach Sanford was a longtime part of Jim Harbaugh and David Shaw's very successful Stanford staffs before he moved on.
So after the penalty, Colorado backed up to their own 33-yard line. And Stroud takes off here. Solomon Byrd making the tackle here. Gain of 3.
There's Lincoln Riley consulting his quarterback, Caleb Williams. Second year for Caleb Williams starting. Remember, did not start the beginning of the season last year at Oklahoma, and then set the college football world on fire, and he continues to do that from a different location.
On second down, Stroud to pass, rolling to his right, looking downfield, he'll take off, and it's a first down. Slide across the 43-yard line. Colorado with their second first down of the night, a gain of 7.
Good call here by Clay Patterson. They kind of caught everybody in no man's land with plenty of space. Latrell McCutcheon was out there with really no one to hang on to. A lot of space for Stroud to create, and he does a good thing by just rolling forward and getting down. There's Coach Grinch trying to get this defense in order as the season goes on. They have gotten weaker and weaker without their leader, Eric Gentry.
Fontenot to his left. Picks up about 4 here. Max Williams with the tackle. And it's second down, but this feels a lot like how Colorado the last couple weeks has started to find a rhythm.
They got to find a way to stay on the field. Tommy Brown with a good shield block, and Fontenot takes the hole like he should with that cool gold mouthpiece. And gets a great gain on first down. Clock is running. This is what the Buffs want.
Fontenot again in the hip pocket of Stroud. Play fake. Stroud. Pass batted down at the line of scrimmage. Like Tui Pelotu got his hand to it. It's Tui Pelotu, D lineman of the week in the Pac-12.
Yeah, and he's been one of their best defenders, especially in lieu of Gentry. Local guy at Allendale High School. The Cardinals, not the Cardinal. Same place Fred Dreyer went to high school, another great D lineman. Did a good job getting that hand up. They ran the same play action that they ran on the previous play, and it was a good call, but a nice job by Tui Pelotu getting his hand up.
Colorado has been getting better as the season's worn on third down. Last couple games north of 40%. They send Fontenot in motion. Stroud surrounded and brought down. Tui Pelotu with the sack. And it's fourth down.
2 plays in the row to get them off the field. There he is on the right side working one-on-one with Jake Wiley. And this ball's got to be out a little faster for Stroud. That second that he pulled the ball down and tapped it, that's all it took for Tui Pelotu to come in and make another sack. His 10th on the year.
Carrizosa to punt of the way. Second punt for the Buffs. This one an end-over-end kick. Much better than the first one. And Michael Jackson the third. Wow. How about the coverage downfield from Colorado? 39-yard punts. Virtually no return. Caleb Williams and the Trojans offense went 3 and out their first trip. What will they do coming up next?
A bunch of dead guys made up work way back when.
It's our turn now, we'll make it up again.
We'll build freelance teams with more agility. The old way of working is deader than me. We'll scale up and we'll scale down before you're 6 feet underground. This is how we work now.
So is this stuff really fresh?
Yes. I mean, yeah, we don't have freezers, we don't have microwaves. We always have fresh stuff coming in. I mean, this is the best guac that you can get.
Fresh is what you stand for.
Definitely.
Buying a home? Rocket Mortgage will cover 1% of your rate for the first year at no cost to you with Inflation Buster.
Plus, if rates drop within 3 years of purchase, you can refinance with exclusive savings with Rate Drop Advantage. Visit inflationbuster.com to get started.
Yellowstone reminds you of what the country might have looked like. It's quiet. Gives you time to think. It's just an amazing story.
ButcherBox delivers grass-fed beef, organic, free-range chicken, humanely raised pork, wild-caught seafood, and so much more. Your Thanksgiving main course is on us. Get your free turkey today.
Why do nearly 1 million businesses choose Stamps.com to mail and ship? Stamps.com is convenient. You get the services of the post office right on your computer. Stamps.com saves you money with great rates from USPS and UPS. Mail letters, ship packages, anytime, anywhere, for less. A lot less. Get our special TV offer, a 4-week trial plus postage and a digital scale. Go to Stamps.com/try and get started today.
If you watch football on TV, you need Fubo TV. The most college football you can get without cable. Stream up to 4 games at once with Multiview. Try free at FuboTV.com.
FS1 College Football is sponsored by Rocket Mortgage. Postcard Friday night in Los Angeles. Alex Faust, Petros Papatakis here with you. Doesn't get much better at college football at the Coliseum. Lincoln Riley and the Trojans off to a rough start offensively, a 3-and-out. All throws from Caleb Williams, but a bit disjointed to start.
Yeah, and they have not been that way this year very much. I guess the worst game you could say Caleb Williams played was at Oregon State, but he's been playing brilliantly the last couple especially. The problem for USC is really on the defensive side.
Travis Dye finding a hole. And he's wrapped up with an ankle tackle across the 30-yard line. A gain of 8. Simeon Harris brings him down. May give him an extra yard at the end of it. That's a nice run on first down for Dye.
Love Travis Dye, my favorite Norco high school running back since Toby Gerhart. And he can get it like Toby. He just knows how to grind it out. And they could lean on him a little bit more, in my opinion, to open things up on the edge for Caleb Williams.
Play action. Williams, tons of time. He'll air it out, taking a shot, and it's overthrown. Terrell Bynum, the intended target. Tyron Taylor matching him step for step.
But that's what Lincoln Riley and this USC offense with all these weapons, Bynum, the transfer from Washington, that's what they're going to do. They're going to continue to stress you. They have different paces that they can run. And that is really what separates Lincoln Riley from a lot of other spread out offensive type coaches, is they will hunker down and hammer you with the run, regardless of whether or not they have a Heisman Trophy like quarterback like Kyler Murray or Baker Mayfield. He will run the ball and finish a game if necessary. They could really attack you from all angles.
On 3rd and 1, will they get it? Yes. This is a run game, Pete, to your point, is averaging about 5.5 yards per carry. That has enabled them to open things up whenever they want.
How will they get ready offensively to be running on all cylinders for next week is the real big question in this game. Finally, a first down.
Yeah. Dye, one of just 6 active players in FBS football with 100+ yardage games, career receiving and rushing. And a timeout called here by Colorado.
First charge timeout, Colorado.
Should say for Dye, one of just 6 active players with 1,000 career rushing and receiving yards. And he's off to a good start here tonight. Starting Saturday strong with Big Noon Saturday on Fox as number 2 Ohio State hosts Indiana, followed by another Big Ten matchup. Maryland battles number 14 Penn State. And then in primetime, 6th-ranked Oregon looks to continue their push for the playoffs when they take on number 25 Washington.
So much hate between Oregon and Washington. You think Oregon State and Oregon hate each other, or Washington and Washington State in the Apple Cup? Man, Oregon versus Washington. I don't know what Neuheisel did back in the day, but they are just furious with each other every year, and this year's great implications on the game.
Well, especially Oregon has been the class of the Pac-12 from the get-go. This Washington team, which we had them at the beginning of the year, looked like they were firing on all cylinders with Kalen DeBoer and Michael Penix Jr. They lost a couple back-to-back, just head-scratchers.
Well, they lost to UCLA, and then they lost to Arizona State. There's your head-scratcher. But the two quarterbacks, Penix and Bo Nix, I mean, they're playing just about as well as Caleb Williams. What a great year in the Pac-12 for quarterback play.
So a first down here. Out of the timeout from Colorado. The ball at the 32-yard line. Dye lines up in the backfield. Williams checking the sideline. And Williams, play action again. Down the seam, he has a target. It is picked off. Nico Reed. And Colorado taking just the second interception from Caleb Williams this year. There is a flag.
What a play by Nico Reed. The ball was thrown just a little bit behind Brendan Rice, and Nico Reed caught up and wrestled it away. It looked like Rice still had a great chance at it. There it is, 2 versus 6, and Nico Reed, yeah, he has to throttle down a little bit to go up to get that ball. And Nico Reed, the sophomore from Oakland, California, only 185 pounds, wrestles it away from the bigger
on the field
Rice.
is an interception by the defense. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, intercepting team number 6. 15-yard penalty enforced half the distance to the goal. First down, Colorado.
Yeah, they hit Reed with the unsportsmanlike after the interception, but a big turnaround, and Caleb Williams gets picked off, Alex.
So a 3-and-out, and just the second interception thrown by Williams this season. Colorado with a takeaway.
Discover Card could reduce the number of unwanted calls and emails. Introducing Discover Online Privacy Protection. Discover will help remove your personal data from 10 popular people search websites. Online privacy protection. Free from Discover.
More truck owners are switching to Ram, which means more people behind the grill are switching to Ram.
Can you flip that?
And more people behind the grill. More first leg of the road trips. More second brats before 10 a.m. More third time's a charm. And more uncles who take Thanksgiving football games too seriously are switching to Ram.
Good game.
Double rewards points this fall. Book now at bestwestern.com.
Spicy buns, spicy sauce, spicy seasoning, spicy jalapenos, ooh, spicy fries. Boy, Arby's getting loose with the spice on the new Diablo sandwiches and fries. Arby's, we have the meats.
Sunday, an iconic showdown. A rivalry reborn. Cowboys, Packers, Sunday on Fox.
That was an unfortunate ending with the unsportsmanlike penalty on Nico Reed, the second penalty that he's been flagged for here. Second career INT, and a shocker early in this one.
We just don't expect to see a guy throw interceptions when he's never thrown an interception. But when you throw the ball a whole bunch, they are going to happen. And that one, he did have Brendan Rice wide open, coming out with different angles. Sometimes it's kind of hard to gauge, but He threw that ball behind him, and Reed made a heck of a play and physically wrestled it away. Colorado with another chance.
It's the 9th takeaway for Colorado this year. After the unsportsmanlike penalty. Backed up again. This time, own 12-yard line. Shroud turns, twists, looks for an opening, and none develops. He throws it away. Was he outside the tackle box?
I don't think he was.
And if he was not, this would be a safety. No flag.
And to me, it didn't look like he was.
There it is.
Yeah. Just immediate pressure from Tui Pelotu. And this is an immediate product of the unsportsmanlike penalty against Colorado. You just see the push from Tui Pelotu early, and he panics and just tries to get it out, but nobody in the area because the play was on the other side.
This foul occurred in the end zone. Result of the foul. Penalty is a safety.
Well, he is easily, Tui Pelotu has easily been the most impactful player for USC tonight.
He sure has, and he's had a couple games like this where he just dominates. And this one looks like that to start, but if you're a Buffaloes fan, you can point directly to the Nico Reed unsportsmanlike penalty after the big pick, and keeping your composure in a big game in a big venue, Coach Sanford knows, is part of staying in the game. Tough break for the Buffs, and now they have to give it back to the Trojans.
I don't know if we had 2-0 on our bingo card for a starting score line here tonight. But it's those types of errors, those almost self-inflicted errors that Mike Sanford, and frankly the entire coaching staff, when we met with them earlier in the week, they've just been so frustrated with, because they feel they've done good things. They've made incremental progress, but then they give it all away.
And that has a tendency to happen more and more. A football team will learn how to win, and a football team will learn how to lose. And unfortunately, that's been the case this year in Boulder. But they are a very young team with a young, enthusiastic coach that's taken over like it's his job. Kind of an interesting situation out there as the season has developed.
It's been 6 years since Colorado allowed a safety. So it's 2-0 USC. Malik Brown backpedals and receives the kick at the 10. Brown hustling upfield to the 35. Stop, push back there. Well, this is a quick turnaround then for Caleb Williams after committing the turnover. To try to settle into this game, because it has been choppy to say the least.
It'll be interesting to see what Lincoln Riley decides to do to settle his quarterback down. Will he go back to the run game with Dye, which showed some promise on the second series, or will he let Caleb Williams try to throw his way out of it? I know they want to get Jordan Addison going, as we've seen that evidence by the early throw to him in the flat.
Dye, 2 yards shy of 100 last week against Cal. Starts things off here, and he's upended at the 40-yard line. Jeremy Mack making the tackle, a gain of 5.
They could probably do that all game, but get 5 on first down, and that just opens up things for everybody else.
Dye again. This time meets resistance in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, it appears. Guy Thomas first to get a hand on him. 3rd down.
Great play by Thomas. Started his career at Nebraska. Plays the outside linebacker, the joker position for this Buffalo's defense. And he catches Dye on the chest and then regains his legs and pushes it back. He's seen a lot more snaps lately because of plays like that. 3rd down for Lincoln Riley.
Do they go back to the air here? 1 for 2 tonight. Williams will be sacked. Back at the 28-yard line. Quinn Perry says hello.
Local guy Quinn Perry coming on the blitz. Marina Del Rey, California product out of Palisades High and El Camino Junior College. Dolphins and Warriors, respectively. And Caleb Williams has gotten out of a lot of those plays this year just by turning out and being strong. But Perry keeps that grip on his hips and pulls him down and forces the punt. And what a terrible start for the USC offense.
Superman's cape appears to be missing early in this game. Fair catch signal. Did that bounce off the back leg of a Colorado player? No. It'll be Buff's ball after a 39-yard punt. 5:22 to go in the first quarter. The second 3 and out for the Trojans already.
Now, what can Colorado do to try to generate some points? They have to find a way to not hurt themselves like they did with that last safety play. Obviously, a little bit more room to operate, and they've had some success with Fontenot running the ball. Shrout hit a good throw on their first drive.
It'll be Hankerson in the backfield here with Shrout. Hand it off to Hankerson. And Hankerson, second effort, able to squirm ahead to the 35-yard line to pick up a 4. Max Williams with a tackle for SC, the redshirt junior from Carson, California.
Max Williams with a big collision with Hankerson right in the hole, and Hankerson, only a 190-pound guy, won that battle. He's kind of their hammer back.
Shrout changing the play. Hands it off inside, only about a gain of 1 for Hankerson. And it's third down for Colorado. Your point, P, I wonder how many plays they have for these kind of situations.
Well, they have a tight end that they're trying to get the ball to more, and Brady Russell. Hankerson wincing a little bit after that hit from Corey Foreman. There's Coach Alex Grinch, one of the most intense defensive coordinators out there, solving the world's problems, coordinating defense.
Well, he's been the man in focus this week in Los Angeles, hasn't he? Third down and 6. Shrout to throw near side. It's incomplete. Mekhi Blackman.
They're saying catch now.
Whoa, they are. Montana Lamonius Craig in front of the sideline, able to reel it in. I thought he was pushed out by Blackman.
Oh, it didn't look like he was in. What part of him hit the ground? The call on the field, it never looked like that foot hit the ground.
Yeah, this will come back.
And Blackman got right on top of it. It was a good throw by Shrout.
The previous
Give him a
play
chance.
is under review.
But they are going to take a look at it. It didn't look like any of those flailing limbs fell down.
Montana Lamonius Craig, Inglewood, California, local story. Honorary captain tonight. Had it not been for the little bit of help from Blackman, this would have been a catch. Maybe he did get the toe down?
Yeah, it looked like the toe was headed to the ground, and then all of a sudden it looked like just like some wind from the ground blew it back up into the air, like it never hits the ground. And the hand went down out of bounds as well. Mike knows. He can see it better than
Mike Carrera, you have the eagle eyes. What'd you see?
My eagle eye says that the hand came down out of bounds first, so I have it clearly as incomplete. I also think it's one of these which college football is trying to work to get, is expedite the reviews. If it's clear and obvious that the call on the field is wrong, or if it's right and to be confirmed, then the replay official has the authority just to tell the referee to change it. And in this case, you clearly see that the right hand hits the ground out of bounds before any foot
After
comes
review,
down.
it was determined that the receiver was unable to complete the process of making the catch. The result is an incomplete pass.
Appreciate it as always, Mike. Mike was telling us along with Dean Blandino in the offseason, that kind of situation, just to expedite the game, usually, or it should be, the replay booth will buzz down, try to get it tidied up right away.
And the call on the field was a catch. So, and one official thought it was incomplete, one thought it was a catch, one overruled the other. They had to go check out the TV. We had Mike lay down the ultimate law, and now the Buffaloes have to punt.
Carrizosa will punt it away for Colorado. Michael Jackson with third, back at the 21-yard line. Inch forward to the 23 to make the catch. Looking right. Stiff arm. And he'll get about 4 or 5 yards. There's a flag way back at the original line of scrimmage.
McCabe's been active early.
Yes, sir.
Offside. Defense number 21. 5-yard penalty. Replay 4th down.
I don't think that changes the decision from Colorado to punt, do you?
No, I don't think it'll change the decision to punt, but they might want to punt it again. USC just a little over anxious there.
It's Latrell McCutcheon, who was in the neutral zone. First penalty on the Trojans tonight. Offense is coming out in the field, Pete.
Yeah, here we go.
JT Shrout leading him out there.
And they are on their side of the 50. Wild decision by Mike Sanford Jr. We'll see if it pays off early. Fontenot, the running back.
Still another 20 seconds yet on the play clock. 8 for 22 in these situations, and they got it. They were 1 for their last 8 on 4th down. And hey, if you're going to come into the Coliseum, you might as well have some guts to make plays like this.
They run kind of a zone read look, probably a called give to Fontenot, and he comes through the hold right on top of the captain, Casey Roddick. Nice play by the Buffs, and the penalty elongates the drive.
Fontenot gets a nice block. There he goes. Out across the 40. Fontenot to the 25. Still on his feet as he tumbles inside the USC 20. A huge chunk play for Colorado. 37 yards. And the Buffs are in the red zone.
Biggest offensive play of the night comes from Alex Fontenot so far. Great lead block there by Brady Russell. And Fontenot shows some good patience, letting him get in front of him. Max Williams is helped off the field for USC, the safety, after the collision at the end of the play there. You see Williams go down.
Longest run of the season for Colorado. And again, Fontenot, who was injured early this season against Air Force, came back last week against Oregon. 7 attempts, 41 yards last week. On this run just now, 37 yards. First down for the Buffs at the SC 18. Shrout hands it off. Fontenot again tries to hurdle a tackler, and he's spun down at the 12-yard line. But that's another terrific run. Give him 7. The tackle for Raylan Goforth. Injured last week, but back in for USC.
The senior out of Fort Collins, Brady Russell again, wearing the number 38, leads that one through. And Fontenot trying to hurdle right there in the contact zone. A wild play, but Colorado getting a good push now and in position to take the lead, no matter what happens if they score.
It's just 2. What a bizarre first quarter it's been. Shrout looking to pass. It's behind the intended target, Brady Russell. Was that deflected on the way, or was that behind him the whole time?
I think it was behind him the whole time, but either way, what a great play call from Clay Patterson. Let's take a look here. Yeah, just behind him, and Russell was wide open. They had Latrell McCutcheon all the way confused. And here, a 3rd down and short. They don't need to score to get the first down.
3rd down and 3 here. All 3rd downs tonight for Colorado have been with 6 to get it. 0 for 3 on the night. This one a little more manageable. Fontenot, who has been the key cog on this drive, lines up again in the backfield, and a timeout is called. Colorado will take their 2nd of the half.
Prior to the delay of game, foul. Second charge timeout, Colorado.
Yeah, it took Colorado a second to kind of recover themselves after Brady Russell was so wide open and the throw was missed that they had to get another play in on this 3rd and short. Obviously a critical down slowing down to take a look at things is Coach Sanford calling that timeout. Critical here to get a first down for the Buffs.
So, Colorado team that coming into the season, expectations were not all that high. Got off to that disastrous start, 0-5, fired Karl Dorrell. Got their lone win of the season against Cal. But some confidence coming in after this USC defense struggled against Cal last week. Allowing a touchdown in the opening drive, and then, of course, those 21 points late. 3rd down and 3. Fontenot stretches to the 10, but is stopped by Solomon Byrd. And it will likely be a field goal try. Shroud wants to keep the offense on the field, but will be overruled.
Same idea, inside run with Brady Russell leading through, but that time Solomon Byrd comes whistling in low and gets at the legs of Fontenot, forcing the field goal. Big stop by Coach Grinch's defense.
For this to take the lead on a 28-yard attempt for Cole Becker. He was 10 of 12 on the season. And Colorado is up 3-2. And Mike Sanford has to love what he's seen out of his team to start the game.
He's brought a lot of excitement to Boulder, and people have been pretty proud of the way he's represented himself so far. But you see his past, a quarterback at Boise, head coach with the Hilltoppers, stints all over the place. Stanford is where he had the most success, and took over for Karl Dorrell early October. And this team has found some joy playing football again under him, and that's been kind of the general consensus no matter who you talk to. What's the future? Not a lot of people know, but I'll tell you, in the recruiting world, Colorado's making all kinds of offers, shooting them out all over the place, especially here in Southern California. Makes people wonder.
He's also made it obvious to the people of Colorado. He wants this job. He wants to be the full-time guy. He's a West Coast guy, grew up here as mentioned. He's 16 of 20 family members of the game. He's a ball boy as a kid when his dad, Mike, was a receivers coach at USC.
I remember when he was the ball boy, an exceptional ball boy.
Told the chords for the coaches sometimes.
Now for that, he was a little suspect.
Well, yeah, we'll talk about that. Malik Brown is back at his own goal line. And he'll take it from a yard deep. Brown to the left side, gets a nice lead block. Then takes a hard shot as he crosses the 25 out to about the 28. Oh, this USC offense, electric on the season. You mentioned the Oregon State game, the only one where maybe they haven't been in here, but tonight a clear struggle to begin the night.
Short week, a lot of different things. Crosstown showdown coming up, but Lincoln Riley knows none of that means anything. When you're in the throes of a tough football game, they've got to find a way to get that young man back on track. It looked like they tried to lean on Travis Dye a little bit on the last drive, but he got stopped on 2nd down, forcing another 3rd.
He's averaging over 6 yards per carry on the season. Williams, play action. Williams dancing around, looking for a target. Flushed out to his right, flag comes in. Williams still going, still looking. Throws on the run, hits his target, and a huge hit by Chandler Samito on Brendan Rice. 13 yards after all of that. But it's an offensive holding penalty on Jonah Monheim.
Yeah, right on the edge there. It's Chance Main who's rushing relentlessly, and it was right in front of the official. And the sophomore from Moore Park, California, draws the flag. USC setting themselves back. There you see what Caleb Williams can do as far as creation goes. But everybody knew that was coming back.
So the clock's ticking down inside the final minute of the quarter. Williams hands it off. And it's done. Get about a yard, maybe a yard and a half. Chandler Samito is in there along with Jamar Montgomery. The Colorado coaches singled out as being a difference maker, the 6th-year senior.
Yeah, there's Cimino, Ohio transfer from West Virginia, originally from Canton. Made a lot of plays this year, coming into the game with almost 80 tackles.
2nd down and 19. All those penalty yards factored in. Williams to his right, looks downfield, throws across his body, incomplete. Intended for Brendan Rice. And that takes us to the end of a fairly pedestrian first quarter by USC standards. 8 total yards, 15 penalty yards. And we've got a baseball score. Colorado, if you're watching the same game we are, this is a surprise. And then some. Just 8 total yards, a turnover, 2 3-and-outs for this vaunted SC offense.
And now a 3rd and forever just to stay on the field.
Yep. Shocking stuff to begin this game for the number 8 ranked team in the nation against 1-win Colorado. It ends a streak of 21 straight quarters with a score of some kind for USC. Empty backfield here as Williams looks to get back all these yards. Williams looking, throwing this way, and he has the completion, a 1st down out across the 40. So it's Kyle Ford with the reception, Nico Reed the tackle, a gain of 24, and just that quickly the Trojans are in business.
Kyle Ford, a receiver with a tight end's body. They only rushed 3 guys, so plenty of room for Williams to create, and he does.
Oh, what a tackle. Chandler Cimino getting to the backfield, and Travis Dye is wrapped up quickly.
2nd time Dye's carried the ball and just been smacked right when he gets it. Got a good little push early, but that conversion on the 3rd and long could spell big dividends for Caleb Williams' confidence as this game goes on. He was not sharp up until that moment.
2-back set here with the tight end. Lake McCree back there. Now he'll attach to the right side. Play clock down to 3, down to 2, and the snap gets away from Williams. He'll eat it. Another mishap from the Trojans, and it's another 3rd and forever.
Look at his eyes as he is right there on the snap. I mean, his eyes were right on that snap, and it wasn't an errant snap. It just kind of slipped through his hands. And to say that the USC offense is not sharp right now for Lincoln Riley would be a bit of an understatement.
He said again on a 3rd and 23 from their own 30-yard line. Colorado bringing a pass rush. Williams steps up, gets away from it, throws, 3-quarter, delivered across midfield. It's a 1st down and a whole lot more for SC. Inside the Colorado 30, Kyle Ford again to bail him out.
Yeah, almost kind of the same action, except Colorado brought 4 guys this time to heat up Williams a little more. He gets toward the line of scrimmage and finds Ford again.
42 yards on the catch and run. Play action, Williams pumps, throws, and it's Bynum who makes the catch and picks up about 7. Jeremy Mack making the tackle. Flag comes in. A 2nd one late here.
Yeah, that was something between Jordan Addison and the DBs, Nico Reed, away from the play. Great play by Williams on the pump fake, and then the jump pass. Timing of the play might have been a little bit screwed up, and Jonah Monheim might have ended up downfield because of that.
There are 2 fouls on the play by the offense. Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense, that penalty be declined. Pass interference. Offense, that penalty be accepted. 15-yard penalty. Replay 1st down.
Yeah, I think the PI was on Jordan Addison down the field away from the play. manipulating defenders. But some undisciplined play to start for USC, although the two big third down conversions to Kyle Ford, as you see Bynum there, he made the catch at the flat.
Bynum, another player who dealt with injuries earlier this season, missed a couple of them late September and early October. And again, penalties part of the story of this drive for SC. First down and 25. Back to their own 43-yard line. McCree and now Austin Jones in the backfield for SC. Play fake. Williams throws. Jones makes the catch across the 40, wrapped up by Chandler Samito. He has been everywhere for Colorado tonight. Their leading tackler coming in, top 5 in the Pac-12.
Saw the opportunity right in front of him when Austin Jones made that catch. Plenty of time for Caleb Williams to create. This Colorado D-line is having a hard time fighting off blocks.
Williams to throw again. This time it's the tight end McCree, who slips a tackle across the 25, dives ahead to the 20. And after all of that, it'll be a 3rd and short, an 18-yard pickup.
Everything is off run action, although they haven't run the ball much tonight. And Williams' ability just to move around in the pocket just so slightly just changes the look of everything. Samito with another tackle there, but not before the big gain, and this 3rd and short set up. Austin Jones still out there instead of Travis Dye.
Samito, who transferred in from West Virginia, 4 seasons with the Mountaineers, led them in tackles last year. On 3rd down, I'll hand it off. It's Jones who picks up a first down. He's brought down inside the 15-yard line by Mr. Williams. First time we call the name of the freshman tonight, gain of 7.
Mr. Williams wearing 35, also Southern California product out of Oaks Christian High School. Austin Jones, a transfer from Stanford. You don't see that very much. Local product out of the Bay Area, Antioch, California. Came down to USC, said to have fun.
Yeah. His dad was talking about, hey, the opportunity to win and have fun, even though you're passing up a Stanford degree. He'll run right this time. He's tackled at about the 12-yard line. Gain of 1. Terrence Lang with the tackle for Colorado, the senior from Pomona, California. 2nd and 9.
And it feels like the USC offense has at least found some comfortability after the 2 big 3rd down conversions. And then the throw to McCree. Williams looks a little bit more under control now. See if they can go in and get 7.
I wonder if the field would be any different had it not been for the penalty. 11th play of the drive. Williams to the end zone. Incomplete, looking for Addison. 3rd down.
And he had him. They're trying to get Addison involved. Just get his feet wet again. Big battle with Nico Reed there. 3 on 6. Addison just so strong in the hands, and he came clean. Missed by Williams, and he's missed a couple guys tonight.
Addison, last year's Biletnikoff winner. Consensus All-America. Featured him a ton to begin the game. On 3rd down, Williams throws incomplete in the end zone. Flag comes in. Jalen Stryker tight in coverage on Terrell Bynum. And we'll check the flag.
I mean, these Buffaloes are competing. No doubt about that. Stryker's a junior. Out of Tampa.
Pass interference. Defense number 2. By rule, the ball will be placed at the 2-yard line. Automatic first down.
Williams on the 2nd slant. I mean, he was there. How much was he manipulating him? You know, that arm's kind of around him.
Yeah. Certainly what caught the official's eye.
Wouldn't have upset me if the flag stayed in the pocket there.
So it's a 1st and goal for USC. Travis Dye in the backfield. Williams has the touchdown. And after a big-time struggle to begin the night, Caleb Williams engineering a touchdown drive here. USC retakes the lead.
one heck of a fake to Die, and you're going to see Samito come all the way around and make the tackle on Die, and they thought for sure that was second down, but great ball handling by Williams. He slips in to give USC maybe a little momentum.
Yes, Lynch with the point after remains perfect on the season. 12 plays, 72 yards. It has not been a pretty night for the number 8 ranked Trojans, but Caleb Williams carrying the team on his back. SC has the lead.
This is beautiful. You ready, babe? Can you hear me calling out your name? You know that I'm falling and I don't know what to say. I wanna be with you.
From Bolt to Blazer, Equinox to Silverado, Chevy EVs are for everyone, everywhere.
Are you tired of clean clothes that just don't smell clean? What if your clothes could stay fresh for weeks? Now they can. Downy Unstoppable's in-wash scent boosters keep your laundry smelling fresh way longer than detergent alone. Pour a cap of Downy Unstoppables into your washing machine before each load and enjoy fresher smelling laundry. If you want laundry to smell fresh for weeks, make sure you have Downy Unstoppables in-wash scent boosters. Shop for Downy Unstoppables online, including our lighter scent.
When you get a chip in your windshield, trust Safelite.
This couple counts on their SUV as they travel for their small business. So when they got a chip in their windshield, they brought it to Safelite for a same-day in-shop repair. We repaired the chip right away, and with their insurance, it was no cost to them. Plus, to protect their glass, we installed new wipers too. That's service the way you need it.
Safelite Repair, Safelite Replace.
This is the hotel breakfast.
It looked different online.
Do you children like eggs? Here, they make your bones grow.
It'll be fine. It's gonna be fine. All right, guys. Look alive.
Is it fine, Daryl?
I'm starving.
When free hot breakfast can make or break your day, it matters where you stay.
Go get him.
Hampton by Hilton. Hilton for the stay.
I understand it's impossible not to think the worst, but I want you to know that we will get your baby back.
Come on, let's go, 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 go.
Alert. Series premiere January 8th on Fox.
FS1 College Football is sponsored by Rocket Mortgage. Beautiful Friday night at the Coliseum. Rain came through LA earlier in the week. Skies are clear. Travelers happy. SC, their first touchdown of the night. A 12-play, 72-yard drive capped off by Williams running the end zone.
And they overcame some very costly penalties on that drive and a bad snap. And they still, with those 2 big throws to Kyle Ford, a big contribution from him, probably the biggest of the year so far. USC gets some good feelings going for the first time finally tonight, the first half.
Go Reed back for Colorado. To the Buffs. Have a response. Stumbled. Tripped over the 12-yard line. Well, last drive would have been a 3-and-out for Colorado, but an offside on 4th down and 6 for USC. Gave them the opportunity to go for it. They took that opportunity, converted it into a field goal. What do you think? What are you thinking so far of Stroud and the Colorado offense so far?
Well, he's made a couple of good plays. Obviously, the safety was a big issue for them following a penalty for celebration after a pick, but they've gotten some good runs out of Fontenot. They just need to create some more confidence for this young man and see if he can work some off down the field.
Just the 6th time that Stroud throws tonight. He completes to Lamonius Craig at about the 23-yard line. Gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
Lamonius Craig, an honorary captain in this game, like we talked about. His nickname at Colorado, Mr. Inglewood, because he's from Inglewood, city of champions.
Mom apparently was here at the Coliseum. They brought a ton of food for the team.
It's a lot of guys. I saw him unpacking 4 buses.
Big tackle in the backfield. Corey Foreman breaking through and getting to Fontenot. A loss of 6, and it's 3rd down.
Corey Foreman, a huge recruit at Corona Centennial High School here in Southern California. Same place Vontez Burfict played. And they've kind of been developing him a little bit. He's a sophomore and now really getting going. Only 9 tackles on the year. A big TFL there for number 0.
First of the season. Colorado 0 for 4 on 3rd down. Empty backfield. Shroud steps up. And the ball came free. USC has it. That got stripped right out of his hand. Stanley Tafoe, nose tackle from Simi Valley. And it's a turnover in the red zone the other way. Colorado coughs it up here.
Yeah, Shroud jumps, but the ball doesn't go with him. Tuipulotu knocks the ball out of his hands, and Tafoe ends up with it. A huge mistake in USC's defense, forcing some turnovers. They were not able to do that recently. They forced a lot of turnovers to start the season, and that was one of their big MOs to hang their hat on for Alex Grinch. Happens again here in the 2nd quarter, and the offense with another big chance. Nice play by Tuipulotu. Heads up by Tafoe.
The turnover margin for the Trojans plus 16, the best in the nation coming in. And a sudden change that lands right in their lap. 1st down and goal for the Trojans. On the 8-yard line. Hand off to Dye, goes to the right. It's tackled at about the 5. Arvin Ham brought him down. 2nd and goal.
Dye's taken some pretty big hits in this game. Probably the best run he's had since the 1st quarter. Just does a great job finishing runs. You think he's going to go down, and he ends up taking 2, 3 more steps. That is all valuable space, even for an offense that could get chunk yardage.
Had a big one wiped away on a penalty in the 1st quarter. 2nd down. Williams keeps it again and scores again.
Kind of a replay of the first touchdown there, Alex. This time it was Terrence Lang that bought it. You're going to see number 54 come flying in and get right on the back of Dye. And then coming right off his behind, unable to see him at all, just committing to the running back, is Caleb Williams. Great work with the football. Steve DeBerg-esque with those quick hands.
Rushing touchdowns number 5 and 6 in quick succession for Caleb Williams. And after the turnover from Colorado, it is easily converted into points for USC. And now a scoreline that Trojan fans probably feel a little more comfortable about. 16-3, USC on a Friday night.
Well, that's the thing about claims, you see. They don't happen on your schedule. I mean, take a chestnut. It doesn't just say, oh, beg pardon, sir, but it's now a good time for a jolly bit of window cracking. I mean, if they did, you wouldn't need a Geico claims team that's available 24/7. Well, near as I can tell, chestnuts don't talk. Or maybe they're just really quiet.
Geico, your claims team is here for you 24/7.
Well, got things to do, Mr. Chestnut, so...
All the snow just melts away when I'm with you. Oh, baby, baby, will you please give me a clue? 'Cause today is the day I get to see what Santa...
This holiday season, give more than a gift with Pandora Jewelry.
More truck owners are switching to Ram, which means more people behind the grill are switching to Ram.
Can you flip that?
And more people behind the grill. More first leg of the road trips. More uncles who take Thanksgiving football games too seriously. And more people who can't resist telling you that the leaves are changing.
Leaves are changing.
Are switching to Ram.
During the Ram Black Friday sales event, get 0% financing plus $2,000 total bonus cash on the 2022 Ram 1500.
But all you got was ham? And all you got was turkey?
With gravy.
But it's an all-you-can-eat holiday buffet. A smorgasbord of all you want, all you need. Did I sit at the wrong table?
Or like a tease.
Let's see where this one takes me. Experience more with hard-to-get tables from Chase Sapphire Reserve.
Wow.
Chase, make more of what's yours.
Fill out your Fox Super 6 World Cup bracket for a chance to win $1 million. It's free to play, so enter your picks at foxsports.com/bracket today.
Caleb Williams has done pretty much what folks had thought he might. Start getting those legs going, completing some passes downfield. And USC, after 3 disastrous drives to begin the night, have scored on back-to-back. Caleb Williams, who threw that interception in the first quarter, had been perfect since week 5 against Arizona State. Rickety start tonight, but back to business the last 2, especially after the Colorado turnover. Here's Nico Reed out across the 30. And he is down across the 35-yard line for Colorado. Tuli Tuipulotu, 3 tackles, 3 sacks, a pass broken up, a forced fumble. What a night for him.
Yeah, he's been all over it tonight, and he's really the guy that forced the safety as well. You see him back there in the area, along with Taleni. And he has just been an absolute menace. If you're a Buffalo fan, he's kept USC's offense with a lot of opportunities, and USC's defense under Coach Grinch having a pretty good night so far.
Into his total, leading the nation in sacks. Best starting field position for Colorado. Get a 5-yard quick hitter right off the hop. Jack Astira, tackled by Sayre Wright, the redshirt freshman.
Sayre Wright, an LA product. Long cornerback, 6'1", 180 pounds, makes a good tackle there. Let's see if Shroud can get it going with some confidence after that fumble. This is going to be hard to recover for the Buffaloes as they look up and they see that score getting a little bit more daunting.
Well, thrown it 7 times tonight. Shroud to throw here. And it's broken up. Flag comes in. Kai Blackman in coverage on Montana Lamonius Craig. The flag down at about the 35-yard line.
See what happened out here. Just kind of a delayed arrow route, they call that, to Craig. Didn't look to me like Blackman was there early.
Personal
Looked like
foul.
He was kind of playing the
Illegal
ball.
chop block. Offense, numbers 38 and 8. 15-yard penalty. Replay second down.
There have been some big penalties by yardage tonight for Colorado.
Yeah, the chop block with the engagement. And then Fontenot coming in and cutting him down. 38 and 8. Fontenot's in the backfield. Yeah, there it is right there. That's pretty tight with DeJean Benton as the victim, but I guess that's all it takes.
Well, it's been an area of focus this season. Another long way to go here for the Buffaloes. Fontenot getting the call here. That's been very much, and it's 3rd and forever.
And with USC and these 3rd and forevers, everybody in the crowd is scared to get a hot dog because they want to see what Caleb Williams is going to do. But this Colorado Buffalo offense a lot more challenged in these situations up to this point. Not just in this game.
Doesn't help they've piled up 46 penalty yards. Hankerson checks in for Colorado, gets the call. Hankerson, a nice block, spins away from the tackle, and is down at about the 34-yard line. Raylan Goforth making the stop. It's a pickup of 7, but the Buffs will punt.
Raylan Goforth, wearing number 10, ends up making this play after hitting Hankerson early. And then Hankerson gets away, and he's got to kind of make the tackle twice. They're happy to have him back in this game. USC's kind of been very banged up defensively, especially without Eric Gentry, and having Raylan Goforth back toward the end of the season with UCLA and Notre Dame coming up is a big deal.
Gentry's been battling ankle injury since the 4th quarter of the Utah game. Not dressed tonight. Jackson from the 32 slips a tackle and will only return it 1 yard. Again, Colorado good coverage downfield. 34-yard punts. Trojan ball once again, looking to build on the lead.
When moderate to severe ulcerative colitis persists, put it in check with Rinvoq, a once-daily pill.
When UC got unpredictable, I got rapid symptom relief with Rinvoq. Check.
When UC held me back, I got lasting steroid-free remission with Rinvoq. Check.
And when UC got the upper hand,
Rinvoq helped visibly repair the colon lining. Check. Rapid symptom relief, lasting steroid-free remission, and a chance to visibly repair the colon lining. Check, check, and check.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB, serious infections and blood clots, some fatal, cancers, including lymphoma and skin cancer, death, heart attack, stroke, and tears in the stomach or intestines occurred. People 50 and older with at least one heart disease risk factor have higher risks. Don't take if allergic to Rinvoq, as serious reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Put UC in check and keep it there with Rinvoq.
Ask your gastroenterologist about Rinvoq and learn how AbbVie could help you save.
Hi, thanks for helping me out.
Of course. You can easily get helpful customer service over the phone or on the Progressive app, pretty much anywhere. Even at the library or the coffee shop. Get great customer support at the park or at this coffee shop.
Why would we go to a different coffee shop?
Mobile order for J Money.
Thank you.
So is one of these places going to be my car again, or?
Right. Even at your car. Come on, I saw you eyeing these scones earlier. Huh? Huh?
All right.
You get it.
For too long, spicy fast food has been anything but. No more. Spice Nirvana awaits at Arby's. Just say, I'll have a Diablo sandwich and loaded fries. Arby's, we have the meat.
Hit it. It takes two to make a thing go right. It takes two to make it out of sight. 1, 2, get loose now.
Get double rewards points this fall. Book now at bestwestern.com.
Start Saturday strong with Big Noon Saturday on Fox. C.J. Stroud and Ohio State look to move one step closer to the playoff against Indiana. Touchdown! Big Noon Saturday on Fox.
Well, big experiment going on at USC. Could you build a team out of the transfer portal and compete right away? Caleb Williams following Lincoln Riley from Oklahoma. You have Bobby Haskins on the offensive line. Travis Dye, great career at Oregon before coming to SC. Brendan Rice, former Colorado Buff. Mario Williams, another former Sooner. And Jordan Addison, the Biletnikoff Award winner from Pitt, to join Taj Washington from Memphis. Lot of starters, 7 of the 11 on offense. 26 players in all-P added via the transfer portal. It's a new world, but the question is, could they compete right away?
And I didn't think they could at this level. Offensively, they've been absolutely lights out, and it's a credit to Lincoln Riley.
There is Williams taking off to his left, and he's wrapped up at the 40-yard line. Jeremy Mack making the tackle after a gain of 7.
Good job by Mack staying focused on the hips of Caleb Williams, and you see that great work with the ball in the backfield that has really sprung Caleb Williams to that left side 3 times. Twice previously resulted in a touchdown. Mack with a good open field tackle, though.
2nd down and 3. Williams, play action, tons of time. And Williams, that time is running out, scampers away, throws across his body, and it's incomplete.
Just the ability to keep that play going. pretty darn impressive. And these Colorado defenders are just running themselves ragged trying to get to Caleb Williams, but a good job in coverage, really kind of forcing him to run around, and an opportunity here for the Buffs to get off the field. And they've gotten off the field a couple times early in this game. We'll see if they can do it again.
Credit Jalen Sammy for sticking with it and forcing Caleb Williams to throw on the run. 3rd down and 3. And a couple 3-and-outs for SC tonight. This throw is caught across the 45-yard line. It's Kyle Ford. What a nice security blanket for him.
Yeah, he's having a great night. And he just makes his numbers available to the quarterback on the stock route, knows exactly where the sticks are. Sabito gets there, but he's late. You know, to the transfer point that you made, Alex, when you look at the USC team that was fielded against Cal last year at the end of the season, and then what has been built to this point with Lincoln Riley and all these guys, even with the great coach and all the money they spent to get him and his assistants, it is still an unbelievable undertaking that they're in this position now.
1st down for the Trojans. Williams just casually backpedaling, steps up. Williams still looking downfield, throws to the sideline. He has Taj Washington there, and he stays in bounds to make the catch. A gain of 5. That is, it just looks like a walk in the park, just throwing down to your target.
The problem for Gerald Chapman is he's bringing 4 guys here, and 4 guys, they're just not getting there because of his elusive ability. You see him juke Montgomery there at the end of the play. He's going to start having to bring some extra guys, but then the ball will probably come out a lot sooner from Williams because he'll be able to see downfield now.
Ends up being a 5-yard gain. It was 6 whole seconds. Williams is just standing there. Dive, tripped up, fights his way through it, picks up a couple of yards, and it'll be a 3rd and short for the Trojans.
Colorado defense battling.
Sammy checks out here. He's been an impact player on this defensive series for Colorado. Can they get off the field?
Sammy's one of those guys that has doubled his production. As you said, these are a lot of young guys on the Colorado team that are improving, but just not fast enough.
77% of the Colorado roster is underclassmen. Dodd has the 1st down. The ball comes out, and Colorado has it, but the play was blown dead. He's going to continue to run. Guy Thomas, nobody's going to tell him to stop running. Colorado thinks they have it. What's the call here? There's an injured USC player. It's Dye.
That is a disaster for USC.
He's clutching his left knee.
Okay, he was ruled down on the play, which is why you didn't see a lot of action going that way. But if this does turn out to be a fumble, possession will be Colorado's. Oh, he really got bent back there. Did the knee hit the ground?
Yeah, that's tough to tell.
Maybe that right knee hit the ground right off the bat, I think. But yeah, awkwardly rolled up there. Yeah, the knee hits the ground there. And that's what brings the ball out because of the pain. And he goes to grab for the leg. But it looked like he was down already there, just in regards to the fumble. But just hate to see this young man, a great competitor, down like that on the field.
So Travis Dye, who scored a rushing touchdown in 8 straight coming in serious discomfort.
Team USA begins their World Cup journey. Christian Pulisic leads the United States against Gareth Bale and Wales. USA versus Wales, November 21st on Fox. And catch up on any match for free on Tubi.
Dallas Cowboys, Green Bay Packers at Lambeau. It's gonna feel big.
The NFL, Sunday on Fox.
The American Cancer Society is working to end cancer as we know it for everyone. People are meant to be together. Donate to help keep it that way.
Hey, Lexus, turn it up.
There's no place like unknown. The all-new Lexus RX. Never lose your edge.
With Choice Hotels, there's always a reason to book it. Whatever your reason, save 20% when you stay 2 or more nights at participating locations. Book direct at choicehotels.com. Terms and conditions apply.
It's your boy, Biggie!
That is Reggie Bush, dressed up as a Wendy's biggie bag.
Fries!
Nuggets!
There it is! Drinks! No, not the drinks, man.
Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's $5 biggie bag.
That's poison ivy.
Newest thing from Pizza Hut isn't pizza at all. It's cheesy, so crispy, loaded with toppings, and just $6.99. Enough for 2, price for 1. New Pizza Hut melts, just $6.99.
I be like,
Really tough scene here at the Coliseum. Travis Dye, the redshirt senior from Norco, California, coming back home to play, transferring from Oregon. Coming into the day, second in the Pac-12 in rushing yards. And they brought the card out. They brought what appears to be an air cast out for a potentially serious knee injury.
Yeah, something with the lower body. He got kind of rolled up under the tackler, and just something you hate to see, no matter who it is. But a young man like this who's been carrying the ball with so much fervor all year, and what a great year USC's had in regards to all these impact transfer players that we've been talking about. He's certainly one of the most impactful, if not the most impactful.
That's the entire running back room there for USC huddled around him. Austin Jones, Darwin Barlow.
Well, and now you look at the USC running back situation. Austin Jones, who's been in the game less and less as the season's gone on, is probably going to be the man as we see Dye getting up. But Rayleigh Brown, the other back, the freshman, is not ideal size for your second guy going in. 5'8", 185 pounds. As you see the ovation for Dye, and both teams kind of coming around the cart. You don't see this very often, this kind of collection. Just lets you know what kind of respect people have for this player and a great football family. It's the most quiet the Coliseum's been in a long time.
Yep. Well, to your point, the respect that Dye has in that room is visible based on these pictures you're watching.
Yeah.
How many players have come over to shake his hand and give him a hug?
And I've been through this, obviously. Anybody in the football world has been through this type of thing, whether it's a beloved teammate or my brother, was carted off this way. And it is just a very difficult thing. And one of the hardest things to do as a guy who has to stay in the game is to recover your emotions and get back into the flow of the game plan, which is your job as a player or a coach. But just a tough scene that nobody wants to see, and an unfortunate part of our game as the head trainer for USC, Russ Romano, talks to Travis Dye on the cart.
Poignant scene with the fight song playing as Dye is carted off the field at the Coliseum. Number one running back for USC this season, who has helped open up this explosive pass attack. And just that quickly, Caleb Williams and the Trojan offense have to go back to work. It is Austin Jones in the backfield to the left of Williams on first down. Play action. Williams throws sideline, diving attempt, and incomplete. Brandon Rice was out.
Rice getting a lot of targets in this game. Had a drop early, was beaten to the ball with the interception. Yeah, I thought he might be in there. Let's see, does he have a foot down when he catches it? Yeah, looks like that to me. Left foot.
Replay will engage here.
And hopefully this is one of those ones they'll be able to look at really quickly and go back to it. A lot of interesting stoppage in this game. Big stoppage for the injury there, but that time Rice, yeah, that left foot is down.
Pretty close to the marker too.
Looks pretty clear there.
Between all the stoppages, all the early penalties, the quick turnover in the first quarter, neither team able to get into a rhythm. USC at least seemed to find something here. Of course, the turnover from Colorado helped set up an easy score for Caleb Williams the last drive. Williams, one of the team captains. Made no mistake about his vocal leadership coming into this program. Now I wonder here if it's both, well, a couple things. Clock, yardage, catch. Those would be the things to sort out here, right? Because there might be a first down here.
He caught the ball, and he got out of bounds anyway.
After
so
review,
the clock would have stopped.
it was determined that the receiver completed the process of making the catch with a foot down inbounds. It'll be second down at the 31.5-yard line.
There you go.
All right. Just like that, it's clear.
It just feels like things have not come as easily as the Trojans offense is used to for Caleb Williams in this game. He still made some good plays. Especially great with ball handling in the backfield. But he's missed some throws too at this.
After all that, a second down and 1. No rhythm for either team in this game. But a chance for USC to extend the lead here. Approaching 2 minutes to go in the half. Williams, a dart across the middle, caught just shy of the goal line, and it's a touchdown. Brendan Rice dragging Kalen Moore with him into the end zone. And a quick strike from Caleb Williams, his 50th touchdown. Throwing the ball in his career.
Probably his best throw of the night, too. Rice is all the way out on the edge and just crosses the face and never really in question. Moore never really was able to make a play on the ball. Rice just got his body between the defender and the ball and made a good catch and used his size to fall into the end zone. And now the USC offense looks a little bit more solid.
Point after here for Dennis Lynch. Colorado led this game 3-2. Feels like it's been a long while since then. Extra point is good. 21 unanswered for USC.
Williams have had plenty of time to really just set up and throw a fastball, and he does. It was a dart. And Rice, against his teammates from last year, getting it going in the first half.
2 seasons in Colorado for Brandon Rice, transferred to USC this offseason. A couple catches last year. or last week, I should say, against Cal. Rocket Mortgage, built for success. The playbook on home loans, Rocket can. First time since the year 2000, 5 different receivers have had a 100-yard game for USC.
2000.
Very deep.
Yeah. I played in 2000. We were worst team in the Pac-12.
Well, you had that.
Who were those receivers? Those were my guys.
You tell me.
So this year they're doing a lot better with those 100-yard games.
21 unanswered points for USC. Nico Reed takes this from the 3. And Reed goes right into the converging defenders at about the 11-yard line. Flag comes in.
Now, if you're Colorado and you had a pretty good first quarter, you can't give the ball back.
Yeah.
You have to find a way to keep these 2 minutes with the ball, because you have to kick it back to USC to begin the second half. So this is a critical moment
during the return
for this Buffalo's offense to try to get some rhythm.
Receiving team number 35 out the distance to the goal. First down, Colorado.
And another penalty for Colorado to set the offense back before they even get on the field. Last time this happened, they ended up with a safety.
Yeah. This is, Colorado's season microcosm here. And keep in mind, USC will get the ball to begin the second half, so avoiding any sort of 2-for-1 situation would be ideal here for the Buffs. Keep that clock moving. Hankerson in the backfield here. Shroud. Hankerson slips a tackle right off the hop. Gets out to about the 15-yard line. Go forth with the tackle. State Farm halftime show coming up. Rob Stone, Brady Quinn, Reggie Bush, Matt Leinart, Urban Meyer. Get you set for the weekend. Number 6 Oregon leading the way in the Pac-12. UCLA still with a shot at the conference title. Crosstown showdown next week might determine that. This will be a first down for the Buffaloes. Estira making the catch. Tackled out of bounds by McCutcheon.
That's a big moment for them, believe it or not. Estira, the freshman, making that play for his quarterback, but just to stay on the field and keep the clock running. They are in a 2-minute type of deal, but
Shroud to throw. Right side has a target wide open. It's Snead. And he'll be dragged out of bounds to stop the clock at about the 30-yard line. Gain of 7. Second down.
Couple of completions back-to-back for Shroud. See if that helps him with his confidence. Started out the game okay, but after the fumble from Tui Pelotu, when he stripped him, things have gone downhill for the Colorado offense.
Second down and 3. Shroud steps up in the pocket. It collapses. He'll throw it to the near sideline, well over top of Lamonius Craig. 59 seconds left in the half. Third down.
Getting rid of it there a little bit more on time as opposed to the play that got the safety called because of the intentional grounding. But USC with 3 timeouts and some time here. This is important for Colorado.
Empty set. 0 for 6 on third down tonight. And Shroud still wants to make an adjustment here, or at least get the play call. Shroud throws right side, incomplete. They went to Lamonius Craig, and he had a chance to bring it in, but it winds up being a fourth down.
Yeah, it went right off his hands there. Let's see how far he had to stretch for it. Yeah, I mean, he was kind of stretched out, but it looked like a catchable ball for him as Bryson Shaw came down on top of him. And now another opportunity for USC. The incomplete pass stops the clock.
That's a free timeout in addition to getting the ball back. Arzosa with the punt, short one, caught at the 35 by Jackson, and a return of 3. Now to about 38. 45 seconds left in the half. I can't believe it, but we are just 9 days away from the biggest sporting event in the world. Christian Pulisic leading the U.S. men's national team as they return to the World Cup stage for the first time in 8 years. FIFA World Cup starts November 20th on Fox and FS1.
I can believe it. All our friends are leaving town.
True.
Everybody's getting on a 40-hour flight to Doha. It's wild.
It'll be quite the scene out there. We'll have Rob Stone and our entire Fox Soccer crew on site.
I'll be hosting Big Noon.
Oh, you will?
No.
Good to know. Okay. I'll mark that down on my calendar. Williams to throw, incomplete. Across the middle. Bynum the intended target. Second down, 41 seconds left. Again, USC with all 3 timeouts.
And it's just been that kind of herky-jerky night for Williams. This is a big opportunity just to run 2-minute offense, just to get that situation practiced going forward for some big impactful games that USC hopes to be playing in the next few weeks. And he's just kind of been off.
For the guy who leads Pac-12 in passing touchdowns, it's been a rough night, and he'll use his legs again. Scored 2 touchdowns with those tonight as he connects short with Austin Jones. His check down along the near sideline. Jones has enough for a first down out near midfield. An 11-yard pickup. Clock stops with 31 seconds left in the half.
His ability just to elongate plays and how cool he is as far as just delivering it under pressure is really impressive.
Colorado drops 8. Williams to pass. Williams steps up, gets rid of it. It's caught at the 35. Rice scampers out at the 21-yard line. It's a first down for SC on a gain of 29. And Brendan Rice has the Trojans set up pretty here.
Just pushing up in the pocket with the 3-man rush. The spy on Williams came late, but it was too late.
USC moving quickly. Williams steps up in the pocket, delivers off the hands of Jones, incomplete. And Jones may have been able to take it in.
It looked like that's where Williams was trying to lead Austin Jones, sort of trying to get him running toward the goal line with that throw, and just a slight miscommunication there. But USC with some time, still got their timeouts.
Empty backfield. We'll spread them out here on second down. 14 seconds left in the half. Williams brought down by Montgomery. Flag comes in. Jamar Montgomery came out of nowhere. Nobody touched him as he got to the quarterback.
Offside defense, number 4.
Oh, boy.
5-yard penalty.
That would be why.
Yeah, that's why he came out of nowhere. I was wondering there. I mean, usually they blow that dead a lot faster, so the quarterback doesn't have to take that hit. Let's see. He's lined up okay, it looks like.
Was he?
I mean, they would have said lined up in the neutral zone. I mean, the ball moved and he moved. He must have been lined up over, but they didn't say that on the call.
Usually they make that distinction. Colorado calls its final timeout here. It'll be a second down at the Colorado 17. Mike Pereira, what are your thoughts on
what happened
that
there,
call?
Mike?
You know, he actually was offside. If you looked at the live shot looking right down the line, he is lined up in the neutral zone. And you're right, Petros, should have announced lined up in the neutral zone, so it would have taken away the question. But he was offside.
Well, there he is. Yeah, you can see him there. That's more than credit card alignment. You're Lincoln Riley. You're hoping for a little more protection there for your quarterback from the officials.
Anyway, just some housekeeping there. USC called a timeout. They're down to 2, 9 seconds left in the half. Second down and 5, and now Colorado will burn that timeout that they still had.
Third and final charge timeout, Colorado.
Well, the thought process here would be, P, you can get a stop here, force a field goal try. Might that just be a minor victory for the Buffs at this point?
Minor victory, but I think Coach Sanford's going to be pretty disappointed that his offense wasn't able to hold on to the ball and run some clock. But they were in a 2-minute. They were going for that first down, but that incomplete pass on third down just killed them clock-wise. Now, USC would have called a timeout there, but now with 2 left.
Right. Well, the fumble inside their own 10 was a killer as well. Led to an easy score for the Trojans. Again, it will be USC ball to begin the second half. Trojans trying to get to 9 wins on the season, something they haven't done since 2017. They won't leave Southern California the rest of the month. Short week this week, but haven't looked quite themselves here on a Friday night. Williams steps up in the pocket. It collapses. Williams throws on the run to the end zone, broken up. Nico Reed was there for Colorado, and it's third down, and here comes a field goal try for the Trojans.
Yeah, it looked like he really forced it in there to bind him late. Just so much arm strength him trying to fit it in there. Look at that. So much confidence in Bynum, but not a great throw. Nico Reed almost came up with that. And a little bit of a victory for the Buffs, as you said, Alec.
Be a 34-yard try here for Dennis Lynch, who's missed 3 from this range this year. And Lynch knocks this one through to end the half for USC. Caleb Williams fired up with his group after a rocky start. The Trojans wound up scoring on their last 4 possessions. 24 unanswered for USC, and they lead 26-3 at the half. Coming up after this break, we'll get you to the State Farm halftime show. USC, rocky first quarter, but they are out to a sizable lead here at the Coliseum in Los Angeles. State Farm halftime is coming up next. Mentioned at the beginning of the day that style points might be in order. Certainly didn't have many for USC at the beginning of the day. College football selection committee always looking at how a team performs. But if that defense can hold up for USC, that might help answer some of the questions about it.
Well, this has been a day for Alex Grinch and the USC defense, no doubt about that. As far as style points and game control and a lot of those terms we used in the BCS era as well, Lincoln Riley feels pretty strongly that if it's a one-loss team that wins a Power 5, whether it's USC, Oregon, or UCLA, they're going. And probably not too worried about those other things, at least outwardly, with the media.
Underway in the second half. And this is a nice return. Washington. Another flag. It's just can't escape the penalties, especially on returns, too.
Yeah, a lot of special teams errors.
Holding, receiving team number 10. 10-yard penalty. First down, USC.
So that sets USC back to start this drive for the third quarter. And we saw a very demonstrative, upset Caleb Williams at the end of the half. A lot of emotion seeing Travis Dye go down for this entire USC program. A lot of long faces at the press box during halftime. That young man meant a lot to this program, heart and soul. To see him carried off like that is tough, and you see how it started for Caleb and what he's done since. USC's offense definitely got it rolling a bit.
Scored on their last 4 possessions. off on first down here. And it's Austin Jones upended as he crosses the 20. Jeremy Mack with the tackle, gain of 5.
This is a tough call for Lincoln Riley now with Austin Jones, because you want to get this young man going, but you don't want to end up with 25 carries for Austin Jones, and he's not fresh next week when you're probably going to need him for the UCLA game. Now a precarious running back situation for the Trojans with the Dye injury.
Jones again. Come close to the marker. Jalen Sammy has had a nice night for Colorado on their defensive line, unable to prevent the first down. Jones, as we mentioned, 3 seasons at Stanford, the top running back there, transferred out with the emergence of E.J. Smith coming into this year. Stanford, you're not talking about running back room decimated by injury.
Yeah, and that was Rayleigh Brown we just saw on the sideline, so he's the second guy now behind Austin Jones, and he's only 5'8", 185. Really not your second string running back type of size.
Play action this time from Williams. And Williams backpedals with tons of time. He'll take off to his left. Throw across his body, incomplete. Looking for Washington along the near sideline. Second down.
Just the nonchalance from Caleb Williams when he's dropped back like that, and just the ability to look so cool and then escape and release that ball with velocity. Even for incomplete passes, it's pretty impressive.
Coaches were telling us that he does have certain guardrails in those scramble type situations. Rules to try to prevent things from going awry.
Tough balance, you know.
Right, for sure.
And Lincoln Riley learned that coaching Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, Jalen Hurts.
Austin Jones. And he needs a little bit of resistance after a 6-yard pickup. Only third down and 4.
Good block by Bobby Haskins, another transfer we were talking about, the guy out of Virginia. The left tackle blocking for another transfer, Austin Jones. And Lincoln Riley said he hasn't had time to do anything. Enjoy Los Angeles, nothing. Everything has been just trying to put together this team at a breakneck speed, and they've done a pretty excellent job of that.
Not even a danger dog outside the stadium.
Nothing.
They're down at 4.
Wall-to-wall ball.
Well, we'll have some time next year. Williams to pass. Williams steps up in the pocket, takes off, first down and more, out across the 40, and out of bounds near midfield. Well, that's the explosive speed of Caleb Williams on the ground.
And he does a good job making sure he doesn't get hit here. And that's a big part of this. You don't want to take unnecessary hits. That time, Jones ran kind of a wheel route and cleared out that whole side. Nobody spying on Williams, and he took the easy yardage.
17 yards. That's their longest run tonight. Up over 300 rushing yards on the season, Williams. Hands off here to Jones. Makes a cut up the middle, and Jones with the first down to the Colorado 40. Pickup of 12 for the Trojans. Chandler Samito continues his big night tackling, but it's a first down for SC.
This is Lincoln Riley play calling. Look at how he stretches and stretches and then bends everything back before the pursuit can get there, using the position on the field to create adversity for the defense. They really do a great job of attacking space.
First down for the Trojans. Williams hands it off. Jones, another carry. Tackled at the 35. Robert Barnes, outside linebacker from Houston, Texas, got a hand to him after a gain of 5.
And it feels like this adjusted game plan in the second half, and both Riley and Grinch have made a lot of adjustments throughout games this year that have paid dividends for the Trojans. The adjustments look like heavy dose of the run to start the third quarter.
Up to 75 rushing yards tonight for the Trojans. Williams, play action. Block set by Austin Jones, but Williams enveloped behind the line. Chandler Samito is in there again. Loss of 3, and it's third down.
And usually Williams, if he hangs out that long in the pocket, he gets out to the side. They had a little bit of an issue with the exchange, and just when he tries to escape out to his left, Samito is there waiting for him. the leading tackler for this Buffalo's defense. 3rd down and long now.
Credit to half a TFL there to Wayne Rodman as well. Empty set, 3rd down and 8. Oh, what a moment this would be for Colorado if they can get off the field. Williams to throw. It is dropped. Washington had it. And it's 4th down.
Taj Washington, the Memphis transfer, not a big guy. 5'11", 175. Runs a little curl route there and then kind of drifts outside. Williams thought he was going to stay inside. And another miscommunication. SC on the field.
Yeah, they're going to keep the offense on the field. So 4th down and 8. USC great in that department this season. 9 for 12. They converted 3 4th down attempts last week against Cal. Play clock inside of 2. Williams takes the snap, drops back, feels the heat, and can't get away. Sacked at midfield, and Colorado will come up with the goods. Jamar Montgomery, and the Trojans turn it over on downs.
Montgomery's a guy who's been much more productive, and they send 5 guys and finally get to Williams. Colorado getting off the field in a time you didn't think they might.
They'll start at midfield. We come back.
Moderate to severe eczema still disrupts my skin. Despite treatment, it disrupts my skin with itch. It disrupts my skin with rash. But now, I can disrupt eczema with Rinvoq. Rinvoq is not a steroid, topical, or injection. It's one pill, once a day, that's effective without topical steroids. Many taking Rinvoq saw clear or almost clear skin, while some saw up to 100% clear skin. Plus, they felt fast itch relief, some as early as 2 days. That's Rinvoq relief.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB, serious infections and blood clots, some fatal, cancers, including lymphoma and skin cancer. Death, heart attack, stroke, and tears in the stomach or intestines occurred. People 50 and older with at least one heart disease risk factor have higher risks. Don't take if allergic to Rinvoq, as serious reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Disrupts the itch and rash of eczema. Talk to your doctor about Rinvoq.
Learn how AbbVie can help you save.
Hello. I saw you move in and I wanted to welcome you to the neighbourhood with some homemade biscuits.
Oh, that's so nice.
And a little tip, Geico could help you save on homeowners insurance.
Oh.
Cookies.
Biscuits.
Is there a little nutmeg in there?
Oh, it's my mum's secret recipe.
You can tell me.
It's a secret.
Is it cinnamon?
It's my mum's secret recipe.
Call Geico and see how easy saving on homeowners and condo insurance can be.
I'll come back for the plate.
It's your boy, Biggie!
That is Reggie Bush, dressed up as a Wendy's biggie bag.
Fries!
Nuggets!
There it is! Drinks! No, not the drinks, man.
Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's $5 biggie bag.
With Choice Hotels, there's always a reason to book it. Whatever your reason, save 20% when you stay 2 or more nights at participating locations. Book direct at choicehotels.com. Terms and conditions apply.
Sunday, an iconic showdown. A rivalry reborn. Cowboys, Packers, Sunday on Fox.
FS1 College Football is sponsored by Rocket Mortgage on a beautiful night in the Southland. 26-3 USC over Colorado. That does not tell the whole story of this game by any means. USC turning it over on downs near midfield. Colorado with their best starting field position of the night. Now, can they do anything with it? Chip made the trip. That's good.
Yeah. That's a heck of a hat box for that thing.
Stroud back to work. Fontenot in the backfield. Stroud to pass. Steps up in the pocket. Pumps. Tucks. Tries to throw a stiff arm and only manages to get 2 out of that in the end. Bryson Shaw led the Trojans in tackling against Cal last week. Pushed him out.
Good job by Shaw there. Foreman there running him. Shaw really did a good job kind of not buying that fake. You see the second half defense this season and what USC has kind of struggled with. But has Colorado put enough down offensively in the first half to build off something foundationally? I'd have to say no thus far.
The handoff, and Fontenot spins his way across midfield, tackled by Shane Lee, one of the defensive captains for USC, a gain of 5, and it sets up a third management.
He ran the ball well in the first quarter, but they just have had a hard time staying on the field on offense, so that makes it a lot harder to establish that run game. Here's a 3rd and 3 where we might see Fontenot again.
Fontenot, who's not had a lot of reps this season given the injury situation. I think he added a little bit of muscle while he was out. USC just trying to get aligned here defensively. 3rd down and 3. Here is Fontenot. First down for the Buffaloes as he gets tripped up across the 41-yard line. Gain of 5 for Fontenot, and he continues to have a nice night.
They've had success when they bring Brady Russell. You're going to see him across the formation, and then he just kind of seals things off, and Fontenot comes flying into the hole before Nomura could get to him and gets the first down. Good sacrifice of the body by Fontenot to know where the stick is.
First time Colorado's converted on 3rd down tonight.
How about that?
Fontenot again. Cuts it back, and Fontenot, who ripped off a big one earlier in the game, is once again into the red zone. Latrell McCutcheon finally brought him down. 37 yards earlier tonight, 27 on this one, and it's a first down for the Buffs.
This time Russell comes around and seals there. You see him kind of swivel his hips, and Fontenot cuts right off of it and gets upfield right away. Great play by the senior running back.
Looks like they're going to stick with him here. Staying in the game as Colorado has a first down at the SC 14. Play clock down to 3. Stroud takes the snap, has to hurry and throws it away.
They're running that same action that they've been running to Fontenot and getting yardage, but that time a play action pass. Stroud trying to get the ball over the middle after the action. It just takes too long to develop for him to be clean in the pocket.
Harmonious Craig checks in, the Inglewood, California native, top of your picture. Colorado knocking on the door. On 2nd down, it's Fontenot again. Fontenot inside the 10, brought down at about the 7. And it's a 3rd and short after a gain of 7.
Well, after wearing out that left side, they bring Brady Russell across, but then they bring Fontenot to the other side with Eric Olson, the other tight end, lead blocking there. And a nice run, setting up a pretty manageable situation here for the Buffs.
3rd and 3. Fontenot stopped at the line, spins away, maybe gets a yard. And it's 4th down. CB Nomura got the hand in there.
Decision to make for Mike Sanford Jr. now.
Might as well, right? You're in the Coliseum. You have 1 win on the season. You've gone for it and made it on 4th down earlier. They're going to stay on the field.
I don't know if you convinced me, but you convinced them, Alex.
Play clock at 5. They hand it off to Fontenot. He gets the first down. It's a 1st and goal for Colorado, and Alex Fontenot has carried the mail for Colorado on this drive. Their best of the night by far.
Looks like he just got it there. Solomon Byrd was right in his body, but he makes kind of a inside jump cut right there. High school football style. Bryson Shaw makes the actual tackle to get the first down.
Easily a season high in yardage for Fontenot tonight. Now at 100 on the evening.
Great drive for him, and he's kept his wind.
Has yet to check out. It's Fontenot again. Stood up at the goal line. Surges ahead. Touchdown. Alex Fontenot carrying the Buffs to their first touchdown of the night. His first touchdown of the season. And the defensive woes for USC in the second half have popped up again. The Buffs have life.
Alex Grinch does not like that, as you see the humble Colorado band celebrating there. A great drive by Fontenot as Benton is helped off the field. But man, he really carried the mail and showed a lot of courage on that drive, taking it to that USC defense right into the teeth of it.
He went down to the heap right at the USC sideline. That was disconcerting. Dejon Benton, one of the defensive tackles, now back on his feet. 7-play, 51-yard drive. The starting field position aided by USC going for it on a 4th down and 8. Resulting in a sack near midfield. And flag comes in here on the PAT. Actually, just want to correct my math there. 9-play, 53 yards on the drive. Fontenot with 51 of them on 7 carries.
And that's a lot of carries for one drive.
Including the 27-yarder.
And he finished it. Good for him.
Delay game defense, use of disconcerting signals. Not the distance to the goal. The try will resume.
Not every day you hear that.
Yeah, that means the defense was calling out signals like the snap, like the holder or the kicker might, to put the offense in peril, and you can't do that. Usually you see it happen more on a first, second, third down as opposed to this kind of thing, PATs.
Extra point is good. And Colorado, after their miscues in the first half, have found some life in the second. I don't know, it's a 2-possession game here at the Coliseum.
Now this is an upgrade. And away we go. Hey, what's up?
I can get used to this. The best way to see the world is to experience it with travel upgrades and private events from Chase Sapphire Reserve. Chase, make more of what's yours.
The chicken always seems to be a big favorite. People love it.
You're not pulling it out of a box, you're making food.
Yeah, I like being able to put pride in my food and pride in my work. You get to walk right in, you see me making your chicken. This is gonna be in your bowl.
This is it.
This is it. This is it.
The only thing I regret about my life was hiring local talent. If I knew about Upwork, I would have hired actually talented people from all over the world, instead of talentless people from all over my house.
Welcome back, everyone, and let's find our fit. Those hips are moving naturally. Must be the pants. Find the fit, trust the stretch. Who wears the pants? You wear the pants. Only 3 more hours and then a break.
Take control of your health by boosting your force field, the immune system. With the Aura Ring, you can listen to your body's signals and raise your defenses. Aura tells you when your temperature is higher than normal, how to improve your sleep, or if your heart rate shows signs of stress, so you can decide to push yourself or to lie low. Live smarter, stronger, healthier with the Oura Ring. Oura.
Everything I did for my family.
I don't know why you don't just make a fresh start.
There's no fresh start for us.
The Cleaning Lady, Mondays on Fox, and watch anytime on Hulu.
It's good to see Travis Dye back on the USC sideline. Obviously, a serious knee or leg injury earlier.
Yeah, no official word yet on Dye. You see what he's done this season so far, Alex, and he's been the heart and soul of this team. And when they've needed somebody to step up and be tough, he's been that guy. But very emotional exit to this game for Dye, and just very upset. His entire, well, actually both teams.
Yep.
You know, I mean, the entire USC running back room, everybody out on the field taking a knee. A lot of Colorado guys came over, kind of an impactful moment there, and we hope for the best for Travis Dye, but obviously not coming back in this one, but no official word yet.
No, Blake Brown. And bring it out for the goal line. Brown, right side, got a block, cuts it back. Terrific return. Up to the 44-yard line.
And no flags.
Finally. It's about time. Put that one on a return. 26-10, USC.
Buying a home? Rocket Mortgage will cover 1% of your rate for the first year at no cost to you, saving you hundreds, even thousands with Inflation Buster. That's more mini vacations, a lot more lattes, more date nights. Plus, if rates drop within 3 years of your home purchase, you get exclusive savings when you refinance with Rate Drop Advantage. That's more cash in your pocket. Save when you buy today and refinance tomorrow. Visit inflationbuster.com to get started.
From Holiday Hills, Illinois, to Rudolph, Wisconsin. From Santa Claus, Indiana, to Snowflake, Arizona. From Garland, Texas, to North Pole, New York, and everywhere in between. We're holiday ready with fast and reliable delivery, serving every address in America. The United States Postal Service.
The chef's chicken sandwiches at Panera, freshly prepared with clean ingredients, spark an explosion of the senses. So when you finally taste it, it just confirms this is fantastic, and only at Panera. $1 delivery fee on our app.
This is Fubo TV. It's a better way to watch live news, shows, and sports without cable. Watch multiple games at once with Multiview. Try free at FuboTV.com.
Did you know Google makes a phone? Sure, it's beautiful, but it does things other phones can't do, which is how it takes stunning photos in the dark and helps take annoying items out of pictures or unblurs faces. Introducing our newest Google Pixel phones.
But all you got was ham? Mm-hmm. And all you got was turkey?
With gravy.
That's an all-you-can-eat holiday buffet. A smorgasbord of all you want, all you need. Did I sit at the wrong table?
Start Saturday strong with Big Noon Saturday on Fox. C.J. Stroud and Ohio State look to move one step closer to the playoff against Indiana. Touchdown! Big Noon Saturday on Fox.
Our veterans deserve to live with dignity and independence, not on the streets. That's why we at Fox Sports are making Camo Our Cause this Veterans Day in support of the Honor U.S. Vets campaign. Visit usvets.org/FoxForward to learn how you can help end veteran homelessness. USC wore some Veterans Day themed camo warm-ups earlier today.
All in green. I thought they were going to come out in camo uniforms, but you know, there's a lot of uniforms in college football, a lot of differences, but not with the Trojans.
Yeah.
They stay pretty standard there with the Cardinal and gold.
There's no city alternate? Or
no, not
third
yet.
shirt? No?
Not yet.
There's Malik Brown getting the call. Brown searching for him along the edge, and he is met and pushed back for a loss. Robert Barnes with the tackle for loss. Brown was looking for the corner and couldn't find it.
Yeah, and he's a guy that's going to look for the corner because he is a burner. So you get a young back in the game that knows he's fast. He's going to try to take that edge. And somebody like Barnes is going to have to teach him. It's not that easy at this level.
Third tackle for loss for Barnes this season. For the loss of one, Williams pulls it back, steps up, throws, caught at midfield, and turning upfield, it's Washington. Washington is gone! 61 yards! And that is just how quickly this USC offense can explode.
Well, first it's the run action. Rayleigh Brown still in the game. Williams elongates the play again. Sammy was the one bearing down on him, and it's Washington and just the elite speed. Breaks one tackle and then splits two defenders who had an angle on him and sets a blaze to the end zone.
They're going to run a fake here. It's going to be a conversion. Three flags on the play. Well, at least they got their money's worth. That's Will Rose.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, offense, number 32. That 15-yard penalty will be enforced on the ensuing kickoff.
I just want to know if the flip was part of the play action.
It might have been.
I mean, it felt like it was.
Now it's all smiles on the Trojans sideline. Backup punter Will Rose with the acrobatics after Taj Washington with the athletics. 34-10.
Out here, there's no shortage of beautiful things. But when you have the capability to go anywhere and do anything, you realize there's nothing more beautiful than freedom.
During the Black Friday sales event, get $1,000 bonus cash plus no monthly payments for 90 days on these Jeep Grand Cherokee models. Visit Jeep.com or a local dealer for a great selection of Jeep vehicles.
Get double rewards points this fall. Book now at bestwestern.com.
Mornings are our time, and I couldn't let stiff joints slow me down. So I started taking Osteo Bioflex every day because it has Joint Shield, clinically shown to improve joint comfort within 7 days.
Osteo Bioflex, available at your local retailer and club.
It's Comedy Roast Night. With 2 new costumes, amazing performances, and everybody's getting burned.
I'm not as smart as you.
Coming in hot. The Masked Singer, all new Wednesday on Fox.
For Imprint, this is Lisa. Hi, I'd like 50 welcome wows and 300 customer I love it.
Promotional products from 4imprint are certain to deliver ooh yes.
Wow.
I love it.
Find some wow now at 4imprint.com. 4imprint, for certain.
Why do nearly 1 million businesses choose Stamps.com to mail and ship? Stamps.com is convenient. You get the services of the post office right on your computer. Stamps.com saves you money with great rates from USPS and UPS. Mail letters, ship packages, anytime, anywhere, for less. A lot less. Get our special TV offer, a 4-week trial plus postage and a digital scale. Go to stamps.com/try and get started today.
This is Fubo TV. It's a better way to watch live news, shows, and sports without cable. Watch multiple games at once with Multiview. Try free at FuboTV.com.
Oh, the Trojans can have some fun now. Taj Washington, one of those depth guys who actually we're talking about at the beginning of the show with Jordan Addison and Mario Williams, who we haven't seen coming back. Washington picked up a lot of the action in their stead.
He's a good player, and there's only one football. You know, this USC offense reminds me a lot of the Pete Carroll era where you had Reggie Bush, Lindale White, Dwayne Jarrett, Kerry Colbert, you know, just a bunch of guys that wanted to touch the ball. And when you have a guy like Jordan Addison and he can take over a game, you know, they're trying to get him back involved in the game plan. It's hard to keep all these guys fed.
Here's Nico Reed to bring it out. Reed with a nice return, bouncing off a tackler and brought down to the 45. They've got some good returns in this game, although some have come back on penalties. Sure.
Well, Reed's playing hard today, Alex. There's no doubt about it. And overall, Colorado with a great drive, a purposeful drive. They ran the ball. They made some halftime adjustments. They got Fontenot going. But what do? USC as a championship team or a team with championship aspirations, they answer that score with a score, and Caleb Williams starts to feel better. Let's see what Stroud has in him to make it interesting here in the third quarter with another opportunity. Good field position.
And let's see if this winds up being a full 60 minutes from this SC defense that has been maligned during the week. Stroud to throw. It is intercepted. Kalen Bullock. His fourth pick of the season. Tied for second in the Pac-12, coming in behind only Clark Phillips at Utah. And it's a turnover for the Buffs, their second of the night.
Yeah, the play developed pretty well. Snead was open, but just they could not get it in front of the safety and behind the corner. It just kind of floats on him, and a bad throw leads to a bad pick on a play that was pretty well designed. And USC now taking control of the game with Caleb Williams back out onto the field.
Trojans have now forced 9 turnovers in a 4-game span. Keep it on the ground here with Jones. Perhaps this is setting the table with Jones to be their #1 guy, and I know you had a concern. You had a concern, Petros, of, you know, don't want to overuse him here, but he's going to have to be at some point.
And they were using him less and less to this point. I mean, it was really Dye's job, and Jones was becoming less and less of a changeup, and now how that has changed.
Chance for USC to pull away here after the turnover. It's Jones again, tackled by Tyus Martin after a gain of 10 as a first down for SC.
Freshman making that tackle. A lot of young players in here for the Buffs, but getting some momentum now is Austin Jones. Remember watching him as a young player for Stanford during the COVID season with you, Alex, and he's matured as a back. Can he carry the load for USC maybe all the way down the stretch of the season?
He actually led the league in rushing touchdowns in that shortened season, and there he goes again. It's another first down. It's a catch this time for Jones, an 11-yard pickup, but we've seen what he's capable of for sure.
Kind of an interesting delayed outside play that goes into the books as a pass, but really the same action as a handoff, just delayed.
We'll check out. Brown checks in. First down for the Trojans. Malik Brown to the outside. Tons of running room. First down and more. Flag comes in. He's out at the 20-yard line. A gain of 22. We'll see what the penalty's all about.
I don't know who's faster, Washington or Brown.
Oh, that was something. Freshman from Santa Ana, Orange County,
holding.
California.
And one
Offense
of those
number 9.
Monarchs.
10-yard penalty. Replay, first down.
Penalties have at times been an issue for USC this season. 9th most in the Pac-12 coming in, averaging almost 62 penalty yards per game.
They got Michael Jackson there, blocking out on the perimeter, trying to be aggressive. You've got to be able to do that at the wide receiver position if you want to play for Lincoln Riley. Just a little too grabby that time.
7th accepted penalty on USC tonight. So after the hold, it's a first down and 8 at the 40-yard line. clock runs all the way down. Here's Brown. Trying to get another burst there, and he nearly got away. Jalen Sammy for the Buffaloes. It's a first down for USC, but it just seems like a matter of time before he rips off a gigantic run.
Good run by Brown. It looked like Sammy ate him. I was surprised to see him get up. As you see Travis Dye, you just hate to see that all wrapped up, standing on the sideline on crutches.
That'll be a big story coming out of this game for sure. And how it impacts the Trojans offense going into their 2 biggest games of the season. Low snap. Williams, tons of time. Flag comes in. Williams throws. End zone intercepted for the 2nd time tonight. It's Tyrin Taylor, but we'll see if it stands up with the flag.
Looks like
offside.
It's going to be another offside.
Defense, number 1. 5-yard penalty. Replay, first down.
Guy Thomas, the outside linebacker. And I think this is why Caleb Williams was so cavalier with that throw, because he knew he had a free play. The quarterbacks are very aware, especially a guy like Caleb Williams, of what's happening on the line of scrimmage. 2nd one for Colorado.
Yeah. There's Jones back into the game, and he'll move the sticks. Montgomery with the tackle. Gain of 7 to the 20.
We're starting to see this USC offensive line, and they don't go very deep, but they've been able to really develop 5 guys that they can depend on, and they're starting to get a good push as this game goes on, and that's a good way to keep your much maligned defense on the sideline, freshen it up.
The guy that they had been without was Bobby Haskins, who dressed but did not play against Cal last week. Jones slips through a tackle right side and is brought down at the 12-yard line by Barnes, a gain of 8.
And this is part of needing the ball when you're a running back. You don't just, it's not a video game. You don't just hand a guy a ball and he starts to do all this stuff. Now, Jones has got a feel for the ball. He's more confident out there. He's got a feel for his offensive line, and you see him moving and darting with a lot more confidence there. That was a nice run on first down.
Clock inside of 40 seconds. Left in this 3rd quarter, and the Trojans on the verge of pulling away. A shovel play to Jones, and Jones will hurdle a man to take it in. Jalen Stryker's had a rough night. Between penalties and missed coverage, and just now getting hurdled by Austin Jones, who scores the touchdown for SC.
And just how comfortable Caleb Williams is in the pocket. He just flipped that ball over like a no-look flip over to Jones. Look at this. I mean, wow, you don't do that without a tremendous amount of confidence, and I think that was a lateral. Just flipped it to him. Like Tommy Frazier.
Yeah.
And what a great finish by Jones.
Tremendous finish.
Told you he's getting more confidence out there with his body. Got to touch the ball to start feeling it like that, no matter who you are and how good you are.
4 carries, 2 catches. And Austin Jones with the score. They did call it a completed pass.
Wow.
So they'll add that to his ledger. And that to the ledger of Caleb Williams.
Heisman numbers.
Yes, well, there you go. I don't think Caleb needs to pad his stats very much at this juncture. 27 seconds left in the quarter. Well, it's a similar scoreline to what Colorado saw last week. Moved the ball, had a season-high 367 yards of offense, but couldn't do much with it. Sunday on Fox, an NFL doubleheader starting with the Vikings taking on the Bills. Then one of the games of the year, historic rivals taking center stage. Dak and the Cowboys, Rodgers and the Packers. Boy, have the Pack fallen off this year. A showdown for the ages at Lambeau, all on Fox and the Fox Sports app.
I remember when it was 3-2. I'm old enough to remember when this game was 3-2.
It was a bizarre start, but Trojans have returned to form. That's for sure. They've outscored, coming into the day, Pete, they've outscored their opposition 97-37 in the third quarter. Even if their defense has been shaky in the second half, the offense has certainly come to play most nights. Another nice return for Reed to about the 27-yard line. 20 seconds left in the quarter. That's a nice embrace. Travis Dye and Austin Jones.
Everybody wants to play. Everybody wants the ball. The worst thing in the world is to see one of your teammates who you go to battle with day in and day out go down in an emotional way. But great to see Dye on the sideline, encouraging guys. It's a scene we've seen for years and years in college football, but it's never easy to see somebody go down like that.
Around here with Histera, and he's cut down after a gain of only 2. That'll take us to the end of the third quarter. And the Southern California Trojans matching their best start to a season since 2008, a year where they finished 12-1, won the Rose Bowl. Is a college football playoff berth in the cards. They're taking care of to catch up with him on the field earlier before the game. He's coaching this team up, and you know, in a tough year, he's trying to keep everything positive, and he's done a great job at that. This will be a third down here. They're without Jordan Tyson. This was one of the great emerging stories for Colorado, out for the season with a lower leg injury.
Yeah, had a great long catch against Oregon and left a little later in that game, and it's just been that kind of year for Coach Sanford's team, but overall, they do say that he's inserted the joy back into these players, and a lot of young guys getting a lot of valuable experience.
Shroud throwing behind his intended target. A lot of hand fighting there. Histera, the intended target, and it's fourth down. Latrell McCutcheon in coverage for SC. This Colorado team, 3 different starting quarterbacks. They actually have rated one of the toughest schedules in the nation. Not that they've changed.
TCU, nobody saw that coming.
Right. They're going to finish with a ranked Washington team, a ranked Utah team. They lost a ton of players, too, in the transfer. We talk about the transfer portal for USC, how many they picked up. Colorado lost 22 in the offseason alone, 5 more since the year began. And they're just in total rebuild mode in Boulder.
USC
calls a timeout here. But it was great getting to chat with Mike, who is making this, as much as you can, a live audition for the head job here next season.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what direction they go in. There's a lot of rumors as the coaching carousel turns and stops and turns and stops, and there's all kinds of different iterations of it with the college season before the transfer portal date. Now it just keeps changing, but he's taken it like it's his job because he has to, and he's approached it with that kind of fervor, and really great to talk to, and I think overall a breath of fresh air during what has been an abysmal season in Colorado.
Line drive punt here. Jackson backpedaling, turns upfield. Jackson navigating the traffic and scampering across the 35-yard line. Trojans with the ball in command, looking for win number 9 on the season.
Okay, we'd open with creaky footsteps. Scary music goes all intense. The couple jumps up like, what is that? They scream, ah! And you go, it's the money you could save by bundling your home and car insurance. Money shoots out from drawers, vents from under the bed. The couple's screaming.
Wait, wouldn't they be happy about the savings?
They're scared of how happy savings make them feel.
Oh, of course.
See how much you could save by bundling with Geico.
The holidays were lonely for the Yeti, but after saving big with early Black Friday at Amazon, Yeti became more social.
Io delle donne non mi fido, il corteggiamento.
Shop legendary deals at Amazon.
For asthma, there's Primatene Mist. When symptoms strike, your airways narrow and there's less breathing room. Primatene Mist is clinically shown to open airways quickly. Get the #1 FDA-approved over-the-counter asthma inhaler and breathe easy again.
I can get used to this.
Me too.
Experience more with $100 credit at hundreds of hotels from Chase Sapphire Reserve. Chase, make more of what's yours.
The American Cancer Society is working to end cancer as we know it for everyone. People are meant to be together. Donate to help keep it that way.
Yellowstone will remind you of what the country might have looked like. It's quiet. Gives you time to think. It's just an amazing story.
We'll see how much longer Caleb Williams is for this game, but lay out the Heisman favorite so far. Drake May has put up a phenomenal season at UNC. How would you handicap this pick?
I mean, the way Bo Nix has played ever since we did that game against Stanford, and he just took off with his legs. He's been undefendable with that element of his running. And Caleb Williams, who's been a lot of fun to watch. Blake Corum is the real foundation of what Michigan football is doing this year, but such a subjective award as Miller Moss now in the game, the backup quarterback and longtime Trojan fan.
Here's Malik Brown right off the hop, getting across midfield. It'll be a first down, 13 yards for Brown. Miller Moss replaced Jackson Dart in last year's regular season finale, the loss to Cal, which Lincoln Riley pointed out to us. That was right after he took the job at USC, was looking around at all the work that they had to do. And it's you think about how much they've done in a short period of time with a completely overhauled roster. It is pretty impressive.
Yeah, Moss was a guy who was always coming to USC, kind of bounced between Alemany and modern day high schools here in Southern California.
There are certain ones that have the inside track. He's one of them. Just his third career appearance in game 7 to set up a second and short.
This is a great opportunity for Lincoln Riley to get these guys going, right? Get Moss into the game, running game situations, looking at that play clock, which is really the difference. Huddling, play clock, getting to the line of scrimmage, getting the personnel group in. All of those little things we take for granted, game operations. And Brown running the ball to see if he can get himself into second string shape.
The second stringers are out there right now, maybe even a third stringer here in Darwin Barlow, who's hard to bring down. Winds up all the way inside the Colorado 30, a gain of 15.
And Barlow's a guy that some people wanted to see get more carries earlier in the year, and now with Dye on crutches on the sideline, suddenly it becomes a lot more of an interesting running back room for the Trojans, and who's going to carry the mail from here on out, presumably. Good run by Barlow. He's a physical guy.
There he is again. Gonna lower the shoulder, surge ahead, and pick up about 3 on first down.
Colorado's defense was pretty tough to start this game, but you know,
Chandler Smita was part of it.
Yeah, he did a great job throughout the game. I mean, these guys, it's not just the grass that's real and the white jerseys that's showing the wear and tear. These guys have been running around all night chasing Caleb Williams and all these different USC offensive weapons. They just haven't had a lot of support from the other side of the ball and have had a hard time finding their way to the sideline.
Brown returns for USC. Moss dumps it off. Brown, great blocking, and he will escape into the end zone. 25 yards for Raleek Brown. And the freshman adds to the scoring party for USC tonight.
Well, once the edge really forces itself there with Hurtado, Moss lays that ball out beautifully and a really good caravan out front. Nice patience from Brown getting behind Mason Murphy and scoring that touchdown.
Miller Moss, just his second appearance this season. Backing up in a blowout here. Picks up a passing touchdown. Raleek Brown. And USC has 47 on the night. They might not be done yet. 11:34 to go. All Trojans at the Coliseum.
Dear Santa, I know I asked for a lot last year, but this year is different. I don't want any presents. All I want is the U.S. to win the World Cup. You're the guy that makes reindeer fly. You can make anything happen. This is the team that's going to make a run at the World Cup. All we have to do is believe. Last time I checked, that's like your whole thing. Have you seen this?
There's more.
Introducing Discover Online Privacy Protection. We'll help remove your personal data from 10 popular people search websites. Because the thing about your personal information is that it should stay private. Online Privacy Protection. Free from Discover.
The chef's chicken sandwiches at Panera, freshly prepared with clean ingredients, spark an explosion of the senses. So when you finally taste it, it just confirms this is fantastic. And only at Panera. $1 delivery fee on our app.
I told you, I'm betting us. Have you seen that defense? All right, bye. Hey, I'm just trying to buy these.
I think you may need one of these, too.
Really?
No, I'm just messing with you. That was good. Weekend. Enjoy the game.
Did you know Google makes a phone? Sure, it's beautiful, but it does things other phones can't do, which is how it takes stunning photos in the dark and helps take annoying items out of pictures or unblurs faces. Introducing our newest Google Pixel phones.
FS1 College Football is sponsored by Rocket Mortgage. USC ranked number 8 in the college football playoff rankings. There's Lincoln Riley with an embrace. Travis Dye on the sideline. But USC, the only knock against them right now, the only ranked opponent they played this year, Utah, lost on the road in that thrilling Rice-Eccles. 1-point loss on the road. And they're the only team in the college football playoff top 10 without a ranked win. That will have to change no matter what. Play USC, or they'll play UCLA next week. And then Notre Dame, which is looking like a better and better game as the season wears on after they routed Clemson last week.
And then they'll have, potentially, if they win those games, Oregon, you'd guess, in the Pac-12 championship game. So I don't think they're too worried about what they've done so far, because what's ahead, if they are able to take care of business there, everybody will be fine with their resume. That being said, USC hasn't played Oregon or Washington on the regular season schedule in years, partially because COVID messed things up. They ended up playing Oregon in a Pac-12 championship game in 2020.
There's a catch along the near sideline. On that Colorado, one of its largest gains tonight. Estira at a nice connection from Shroud, 26 yards.
And there's still a lot of teams, you know, like Washington, Oregon State, that may have something to say about how this thing shakes out in the Pac-12 down the stretch, as you see a nice delivery there from Shroud, one of his better of the game.
Well, the scenario is as simple as this. USC on their way to a win here. They beat UCLA next week as Shroud takes off and is taken down after a 3-yard gain. It may still not be enough to get them to the Pac-12 championship game based on the tiebreaker scenarios. Obviously, you know, 3 weeks left in the regular season to be played to figure out who's in that Pac-12 championship game. But we know that based on history, the committee, you need to be in a championship game more than anything else, win that championship game to make it.
Especially in the Pac-12.
Oh, yeah. There's no making it if they don't get to that championship game. Shroud again, stiff arm at the end there. I think he might have enough for the first down. He's going to come up a half-yard short. UCLA, they win tomorrow. They beat USC next week. USC will be all but eliminated from Pac-12 contention. If Oregon wins tomorrow, beats Utah next week, that's a virtual lock for them in the Pac-12 championship game.
Yeah, most of the big games now are ahead of these teams.
Utah at Oregon next week will solve a lot of the tiebreaker scenarios. And a nice night for Fontenot. He gets the first down here. Another third down conversion for Colorado. Second of the night. Again, next week, this is where I think this is a good title. Judgment Day, really.
Everybody keeps asking me, where would you put SC? Shouldn't UCLA be in front of SC based on who they've beaten and SC's not beaten the top 25? I say, yeah, absolutely. If there was only a way to figure out who the better team is, and thank goodness there is, they're going to play each other.
Imagine that. There's Fontenot. Did he hang on? Yes, he did.
Hung on, but he couldn't stay on his feet. That was a touchdown for Fontenot. If he could keep his feet. Looks like they got Corey Foreman, who should have dropped into coverage there. And Fontenot just slips on that Coliseum grass before he could score.
Already has a rushing touchdown tonight. Shroud tackled along the edge after a gain of 2. Wrights brought him down. And the second stringers have not come out or not come onto the field yet for USC, and that may also be sending a message here from Alex Grinch that they have a lot to work on and clean up.
Yeah, I think defensively they're still a developing team, and this is still a team that was thrown together very quickly by Lincoln Riley and his D coordinator Alex Grinch. They're still a work in progress on both sides of the ball, especially this one.
Fontenot, we had a hole, got away from the tackle. He was slowed down enough by Zamarian Gordon to prevent him from breaking free. It's a first down for Colorado on a gain of 10.
Yeah, it looked like the elbow was down there. Yeah. Probably should have been down. Lucky didn't lose the ball.
First down and goal. I guess replay will bring that back. Just since we saw that first look. And
well, he was clearly down.
Yep.
So got to get the call right.
Is a first down. The previous play is under review.
Fontenot just trying to add to his career night, or a season-long night, I should say. 116 yards for Fontenot. Career high is 125. Let's see. Forearm down.
Yeah, great job by Fontenot. And that is a drill that running backs run all the time. It's called the hand tap drill. You've got to get that hand down before the elbow goes down and sort of try to push yourself back up. And it works a lot. That time, though, just too much weight on the elbow, and it goes down. I wonder how long it'll take them to make the decision.
Probably the only thing that needs to be cleaned up from tonight is just how fast these are adjudicated. Now, just going back to USC, you mentioned how they were built coming into the season, scratched together, especially on defense. It's the one area where they don't have a ton of depth. But you still got to go back a year ago where this team was 4-8 a year ago today. Yeah, they've come a long way.
There you see Fontenot clearly down. Did a great job of keeping that knee up. Just continuing to fight, but still trying to figure it out.
Yep. Colorado will not get their first win in the all-time series. 15-zip. USC is streaking losses dating back to 1927. Still 8-11 on the clock, and now we've got this situation.
After review, it was determined that the runner's right elbow was down. He did not make the line to gain. It'll be third down at the 17-yard line.
So third down here after all that. See if they give it right back to Fontenot. Colorado just a couple weeks ago put up 34 points against Arizona State. Attack on a few more here against the 8th-ranked Trojans. Third down and 5. Shroud to throw, and he has his man. First down for Colorado, Brady Russell making the grabs. Marion Gordon with the tackle, pickup of 9. After all that, the Buffs have their first down and goal once again.
Brady Russell's really done a fine job in this game blocking. As you see that grade, a little worse for wear and tear toward the end of the game, but that time a nice target from his quarterback to get the first down.
Again, a pretty solid drive for Colorado. 10th play here. Shroud takes off, and Shroud has the touchdown, then gets hit hard. Ball came out. Surprised to see no penalty marker there, but it's a touchdown for J.T. Shroud.
They caught Namora peeking at the running back. He was the guy that was supposed to be looking at Shroud, see him there, number 44, and he just kind of gets caught too far inside. Tries to jump outside. That's Anthony Beavers Jr., I think, with the late hit there, Alex, that you were talking about.
A little surprised. You see Shroud is not walking all that great on Colorado sideline. Old Becker on for the extra point. And it is good. Shroud with his first career rushing touchdown. Colorado with 17 on the night. Still all Trojans.
Not too late to dance in LA.
Buying a home? Rocket Mortgage will cover 1% of your rate for the first year at no cost to you, saving you hundreds, even thousands with Inflation Buster. That's more mini vacations, a lot more lattes, more date nights. Plus, if rates drop within 3 years of your home purchase, you get exclusive savings when you refinance with Rate Drop Advantage. That's more cash in your pocket. Save when you buy today and refinance tomorrow. Visit inflationbuster.com to get started.
Ever notice how stiff clothes can feel rough on your skin? For softer clothes that are gentle on your skin, try Downy Free and Gentle. Downy will soften your clothes without dyes or perfumes.
The towel washed with Downy is softer and gentler on your skin. Try Downy Free and Gentle.
But all you got was ham? And all you got was turkey?
With gravy.
That's an all-you-can-eat holiday buffet. A smorgasbord of all you want, all you need. Did I sit at the wrong table?
We're gonna take Cam Dog down for murder.
Monday.
You'll kill us both. She's right.
There are only 3 more episodes until the season finale.
You wanna get back to your family? This is the fastest way.
The Cleaning Lady, all new Monday at 9/8 Central on Fox.
Take control of your health by boosting your force field, the immune system. With the Aura Ring, you can listen to your body's signals and raise your defenses. Aura tells you when your temperature is higher than normal, how to improve your sleep, or if your heart rate shows signs of stress, so you can decide to push yourself or to lie low. Live smarter, stronger, healthier with the Oura Ring. Oura.
You plan to bring extra office cheer with the promotional product experts at 4imprint who attended to every detail. Did you brighten the holidays? Oh, you certainly did. For the right products printed perfectly, go to 4imprint.com. 4imprint, for certain.
Whenever heartburn strikes, get fast relief with Tums. It's time to love food back.
Tums. We've reached the portion of the night where we do the Macarena on the sideline.
That kind of night here at the Coliseum. A late one with a lot of delays. I mean, it's kind of a half-hearted Macarena.
Yeah, then we got to go to the phone, check Twitter. All right, one of those kind of things.
Well, you know why he's going to the phone, but everybody's telling him he's on TV doing the Macarena.
Yeah, that's true. A half-hearted Macarena, according to our own Petros Papadakis.
And I would know.
I could see you at weddings when they break out the Macarena, like crushing.
I only danced to one song at weddings.
What?
Tainted Love by Soft Sound. It's a little too much information.
Yeah, I didn't expect that tonight. Brown will take the touch back. All right, back to business. Monday, Big East and Big Ten collide in the annual Gavitt Tip-Off Games. Head coach Thad Matta returns to Butler. Fascinated to see what he does with the Dogs this year as they take on Penn State, his alma mater. 8:30 Eastern game time, only on FS1 and the Fox Sports app. .48 points for the USC offense tonight. Don't know if you would have guessed they'd wind up with that based on the way the first quarter went.
They had ability to score fast and some turnovers that they were able to force. Just so hard to hold this offense back, even when it's not running on all cylinders, even when they don't have all of their premium weapons.
Again, the second string's in for the most part for USC. Malik Brown, they want to get him some work. And again, if you're just flipping over, the injury to Travis Dye, based on what we saw, it's not a day-to-day type situation.
No official word, carted off with an air cast, back on the sideline in crutches. Lincoln Riley right there. We just had a great shot of him embracing Travis. Just a tough thing to see on what's been a positive night for USC.
C.J. Williams out in the flat, true freshman, by Tyron Taylor after a gain of 6. You know, you don't want to read too much into how it changes the dynamic for the entire offense, but it was Dye's performance that a lot of folks have credited with opening up the pass game. Not that we needed too much for Caleb Williams, but made it virtually unstoppable. Must be an offside on Colorado, perhaps. Unless USC jumped first.
Offside, defense with contact. 5-yard penalty, still third down.
Second stringers in for Colorado now. Ryan Williams, the lineman. Colorado penalties really hurt them tonight in key situations too, on returns.
Well, they weren't going to be able to come in here and make a bunch of mistakes and compete in the game. But there was a time where they looked like they were going to hang in.
Malik Brown turns on the afterburners. Shoestring tackle at midfield to bring him down. Jeremy Mack got him after a 19-yard gain.
Yeah, and you could just see this mistake erasing speed that he has. He could just get up into the contact zone a lot faster than a defense can react. Nice job blocking there from Quinones.
Brown now up to 45 rushing yards on the night. Brown again, pulled down this time from behind by Devin Grant, the freshman. Gain of 6. Colorado, as mentioned, a tough schedule. They have 2 more ranked teams to finish. This is part of a string of 4 ranked teams to end the year. Oregon, USC, Washington, Utah. Wow. First time, by the way, coming off the Oregon game, that's the first time Colorado has played back-to-back top 10 teams since 2001. When they played number 2 Nebraska and number 3 Texas, won both games and the Big 12 in the process. Well, nearly stripped out of the hands.
Is that our guy Joel Klatt playing quarterback?
Might have been. That was.
There's definitely Gary Barnett.
Yeah, Barnett would have been coaching. What year was Joel Klatt? 2000, 2001?
Oh, he's younger than me, so yeah.
Well, okay. C.J. Williams with the reception there and another first down for SC.
Well, they had it going in those Big 12 days, and between the McCartney era, the Rick Neuheisel, and then Gary Barnett, who was there with McCartney. It's a proud program. Growing up in Southern California, Colorado was a big destination.
Oh, ball comes out, and the Trojans recover it. Barlow hops on top. Yeah, you got to catch up with Gary Barnett, who's done Colorado radio for several years.
Yeah, and you know, you just can't help but think when you look back at Colorado's history and the Hawkins hire, as you see the mesh there between 2 young players just not work. But I mean, you look back at Dan Hawkins and all the different hires that have been made, John Embry, and you wonder why Gary Barnett was ever let go in the first place. And they were playing at a pretty high level, Big 12 Coach of the Year. Then the move to the Pac-12, and things have been a little bit different in recent decades.
Not the first program to make a mistake like that. It certainly won't be the last. Ball is tipped and incomplete, nearly picked by Aubrey Smith.
Yeah, they're challenging their young guys, and they have a lot out there. We just saw Devin Grant, the freshman, make a play. Another freshman out of Atlanta, Aubrey Smith, out there. And these moments to most football fans are just moments to end a game, and maybe some people that have a little bit more invested in it. But for these young men, it is huge to be young and to get out on the floor of the Coliseum and to perform. That's the next step to becoming a real performer at this level. And you've got to have those moments, and you see some of these unfolding in front of us now.
Screen pass right into the lap of Barlow, and Barlow takes off inside the 20. Finally brought down by Montgomery. 20 yards for Barlow. Beg your pardon, Mack got it.
Barlow with a really delayed movement out to the left side, showing a lot of good patience, and good patience from Moss delivering that. USC attack so many quadrants of the field that they allow themselves and buy themselves a lot of time just because of what they put on tape. The defense just waiting to react to what they're going to do. They have so much skill.
Barlow again, spins away, dragged down to the edge, but has a first down. Jeremy Mack finally brought him down. It's a 1st and goal for the Trojans. Gain of 10 on the clock inside of 2.5 to play.
And Barlow's probably going to have to carry some of the load here down the stretch of the season, considering Dye. So it's going to be Austin Jones, Barlow, and then Raleek Brown, who is the speedster, will be probably the changeup guy for USC. Kyle Ford they got, who's had one of his best games at USC.
Yeah. Boy, early in this game, had it not been for the handful of catch and runs for Kyle Ford, he got Trojans out of trouble and kick-started this offense tonight. I wonder what Lincoln Riley's reaction from this game will be, how he puts it in perspective. I know talking with him, as you mentioned, he's not a believer so much in how, but how many. And this would be win number 9. First down and goal, yes, from the 24-yard line. Barlow. Striker with the tackle, along with Quinn Perry, pickup of 10. These second stringers have an exclamation point to add to this game.
Well, whoever gets this Colorado job, and it could be Mike Sanford Jr., but whoever does get it is going to get a really young team with a lot of guys that have played a whole bunch as young guys. And it's kind of like going to the bank and making deposits. Later, they do pay off.
There's Barlow in the flat. Can he get there? No. Tackled at the 3. Jeremy Mack with a tackle on it. The other thing with this Colorado team, they are like all these names that we've been calling here, freshmen and sophomores, whoever coaches this team next season. This team has competed hard as underclassmen.
And they've played hard. They've kept playing hard. That's a nice play, closing in Mack there. He's made some good tackles, mostly on Barlow on this drive. Just a sophomore from Mississippi.
3rd down and goal to go with under a minute. Try to put the capper on this one. Barlow got it. For the Trojans, well, it puts them over top of 50.
I'm going to have to learn to not be disconcerted by the light show every time somebody scores.
That is a new feature here. It's been 10 years since you've been in this booth.
I see the lights go out at the Coliseum, and I want to start running for Hoover or for Monk. But it's happened so many times in this game with all the touchdowns, and without Travis Dye, Jones, Barlow, Brown, they all get touches. Play well.
See, as an East Coast guy, I'm just worried there's an earthquake somewhere.
Yeah. Get in the doorway, Alex.
Yeah, just run to the doorway.
I'm bugging out, but let me get back to the wet.
Start Saturday strong with Ohio State, Indiana on Fox.
Let's go! This week, we're on the road in Columbus from the Shoe.
America's #1 game is Big Noon Saturday.
C.J. Stroud leads the way for the second-ranked Buckeyes as they look to move one step closer to the playoff against the Hoosiers. The best pregame, the best announcers, the biggest games. Big Noon Saturday, Indiana, Ohio State on Fox.
From Holiday Hills, Illinois, to Rudolph, Wisconsin. From Santa Claus, Indiana, to Snowflake, Arizona. From Garland, Texas, to North Pole, New York, and everywhere in between. We're holiday ready with fast and reliable delivery, serving every address in America. The United States Postal Service.
A breakfast croissant plus seasoned potatoes for $3, and they're redshirting you?
It's just a standard work shirt.
Hey, way to stay humble, man.
Thank you, Reggie.
Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's $3 breakfast deal.
This is Fubo TV. It's a better way to watch live news, shows, and sports without cable. Watch multiple games at once with Multiview. Try free at FuboTV.com.
We have the maker mindset.
The Pac-12 is very competitive and very diverse.
As a track athlete, as an athlete in an Olympic sport, the Pac-12 is the place to be.
We would not be where we are today without our coaches, our teammates, without our trainers, without our professors.
It's a blessing to be able to wear that Pac-12 logo on my jersey and represent the conference in all walks of life.
We are memory makers.
Olympian makers. Change makers.
The Pac-12.
Called the Conference of Champions for a reason.
Team USA begins their World Cup journey.
Wow! Magnificent!
USA versus Wales, November 21st on Fox.
Well, everybody's gotten touches for the Trojans tonight. Darwin Barlow, his second touchdown of the season. Hadn't posted a carry since week 3 against Fresno State. Caleb Williams got to watch the fourth quarter from the comfort and safety of the Trojans sideline. And next up for USC, cross down showdown.
Ooh.
UCLA awaits at
What
the
a
Rose
game
Bowl.
that is, because they're so close to each other. You know, most big rivals in college football, you know, even West Virginia, Pittsburgh, you know, 90 minutes apart, the old backyard brawl. This thing is just a few exits down the 10.
And to be frank, you know, Friday night, about half full here at the Coliseum. As Maurice Bell gets pushed out here. But, you know, a lot of the attention in LA is sucked up by the pro teams here. LAFC just won a championship. The game next week will be huge.
Biggest since 1988 as you see what Lincoln Riley's done in his first year, put this team together, which is very impressive. You know, you could throw money at a problem and still have a problem in college football. We see that at Texas A&M almost for like 40 years. At USC, they've had plenty of money and plenty of problems, you know, for about a dozen years. And they found the right guy to take over their program and the right guy to trust in Lincoln Riley. But this will be the biggest SC-UCLA game, Alex, since '88. Troy Aikman versus Rodney Peete.
Stroud still throwing. 24 seconds. Chase Penry, who we thought would get a few more targets tonight for Colorado, 15 yards here. Slated to redshirt this season. This is the only game he's still eligible to play in before he'd have to burn a year. So he's going to sit the last two and take the redshirt year, coming back from an injury. Stroud again to throw. This is Brady Russell, tight end, to midfield. 15 seconds.
And the biggest story coming out of this game for USC is Travis Dye and how they're going to go forward, presumably without him. No official word, but obviously doesn't look great.
Second charge timeout
for Lincoln Riley's
USC.
big-time transfer running back.
Late substitution that would have resulted in 12 men. So USC coached till the very end, just as Mike Sanford is doing. Interim head coach of this Colorado team that will again see another blowout loss on the docket, but again just laying the foundation, one building block at a time for this Buffaloes program. The good news out of the Pac-12 is that over the next couple weeks, all the conjecture, all the debates will be settled on the field. There will be no doubt by that first week in December whether the conference will have what it takes to send a team to the playoff.
And don't forget, SC's got to play Notre Dame after UCLA. UCLA's got to play Cal.
Jules Shillelagh actually... it's going to have some significance this year.
Oh, Alex, it's always significant.
Well,
the biggest cross-country rivalry in all of college football. Howard Jones versus Knute Rockne, USC versus Notre Dame. Come on. Lost some luster in recent years.
Pass nearly picked. Clock at zeros. And that is the ball game. Lincoln Riley and the USC Trojans are 9-1. First 9-win season for the program since 2017. Trojans who will not leave Southern California the rest of this month come away with a 55-17 victory over Colorado.